Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. It is 8 days before launch, which means it must be March 9th. Yes. It's Octon. Hey, retired Android. So I reached out to all the rest of the gaming press. I sent emails today at Cradlefish, and we'll see how that goes. I've got a couple of influencers lined up for, I think, this coming week. And yeah, who knows what's going to happen. So let's start with tenants because this is still important. I imagine it's going to be the same as last time. Sustainability, brakes, grit. Yeah, I think I'm just going to copy paste this again. Same as last week. I do plan to go back to normal reviews after launch, which is in 8 days. Cool. Okay. Yeah, normally we'd look at this a little bit more. I'll talk about it briefly. The sustainability stuff, I am working more than normal. I don't feel like I'm super burned out by it. Well, I did start to feel some effects on Thursday and Friday. And then I really needed to rustle up some grit for yesterday. Oh man, I'm actually a little bit frustrated about that. I set out at noon. I was like, okay, I'll make the new trailer. And I started on this computer. This is my Mac. This is a very powerful Mac. And I started recording and I noticed, is the old trailer still on YouTube somewhere? Actually, you know what? It definitely is because I have it on my own channel. Let me see if I can show this. All right, this is muted, but this is not. Okay, now it is. Okay, so let's see where this happens. And it might not be obvious on the stream. Yeah, okay, here, for example, it's already happening. So I'm going to advance by frames here. And you can see every time I press the key, it's not necessarily advancing the frame again. Like every once in a while, like this, I'm pressing forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. There's no difference. It had just emitted the same frame twice. I could not figure this out. And I still can't. I don't know what's possibly causing that. I looked into so much stuff yesterday. I spent like 2 hours just trying to figure out my recording situation. So what I did is I emitted the system tick count from the game and put it in the UI, and it wouldn't change. It didn't change when these stutters happened. Now, it's hard for me to know, like, was this happening in the game itself? I don't think so. I think it was just a recording thing. So like OBS didn't have any like dropped frames. It's not dropped when you're not streaming, but frames due to rendering lag that they just didn't render. So then I'm like, okay, is this Mac game mode? Is it some other system thing? Is it the renderer that I'm using? Is it the settings that I have? Is it the monitor? Is it the total resolution of the monitors? Do I have something else plugged into my computer? In the end, I just never figured it out. So what I did is I just switched to my Windows computer and then I recorded the new trailer. And I think that pretty much went fine. Hey, Phil M. Hey, Smurf. Hey, Magnus. Yeah. Daylight saving time hit. So yeah, I recorded a whole new trailer. The recording part actually wasn't too bad and editing wasn't too bad. And now here's the new trailer. I'm not going to play with sound. But yeah, everything should be running at 60 FPS. Like that was smooth movement. And yeah, this is one of those things that it looks bad. And it might make it seem like, oh, the game is what's lagging. It kind of makes me wonder, are you all seeing stuttery frames when I'm streaming too? So, yeah, I don't know. And I don't want to have to think about this stuff. I don't know what to do in the future, though. Like, let's say I wanted to record another trailer today, or I want to record some gameplay video. Do I just not use my Mac? Isn't that kind of ridiculous? What is it about Mac that's doing this? Maybe it's OBS. Yeah, this video looks pretty good. Yeah, so that took a lot of yesterday. All right, we got a couple of PRs we got to merge. One of them, I don't have my controller anymore. Hey, Luna, thank you. Yeah, my wife has been using the controller for Slay the Spire. I guess I could go get it back. Because I need to test this. Looks smooth to me. The second trailer? Yeah, the second trailer looks smooth. The first trailer is what I was talking about. If you take a look at this, you might not be able to see it through the stream as much, but that thing that I showed about 2 frames being duplicated, like that's happening repeatedly. So see if you can notice this here. Just watch how the mage walks along the path and see if you see any like stuttering. So it's a little bit subtle, but yeah, if I advance by frame, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so like there. These 2 frames are exactly the same. There's no change on the entire screen. So your brain perceives it as like, oh, it's a stutter. It didn't move. I was used to smooth movement and it didn't move for that frame. Is she playing the new one? Heard great things about it. Yeah. We played a couple of co-op runs together too. Starting your masters this morning. Have you on my third monitor? Oh, nice sound of gaming. Yeah. I had the old launch trailer here, and then I wanted to improve a few things about it. So the old one was 10 seconds longer. So this new one's a little bit punchier that we have. The frame rate's better. The town menu is one big reason I want to update this. Here's the old one. And in the new one, we have the updated style, like the scroll thing. And then I moved the text upward so that any video Chrome won't cover it. I think based on how I shot the old clips, that wouldn't have been as easily doable. Like manage a town would have been able to be moved upward. Same thing with hired adventurers. But somewhere in here, yeah, like the send in a battle. The battle was at the bottom of the screen. So if we move this up, we're covering the battle. And actually, that might have been the only reason why we couldn't do that. Yeah, this I could have just shot differently. And this wasn't a problem. This wasn't a problem. This wasn't a problem. And this wasn't a problem. Yeah, so it was all because of the battle thing. That was actually another big reason why I re-recorded. Paja's friend had looked at this and said like, oh, this is a little bit confusing. Like there's a game window and then within it, there's a battle. Like what's going on here? So we just full screen that part. So now here's what the battle scene looks like. Still pretty good. All right, I gotta go get that controller. I'll be right back. Okay, controller obtained. Hey, Matt. So I asked Kevin to do a little bit of investigation, and he came through. He changed a couple things. Hey, there's Kevin now. Speak of the devil. Thank you for the resub. Also, Cyborg, welcome into the stream. Is this plugged in anything? It's not going anywhere? Oh. Huh. That's not good. Can't play a game like that. Okay. Hey, Athletics. I'm the controller. Okay, so Kevin left a couple of comments. One was on the language menu issue. Where is that? Yeah, here. And I think this is somewhat embarrassing of me to not have realized what happened here. Virtual cursor reparents itself. I didn't even realize this happened. And apparently how we reparent is just not correct. This should just say pop-up. And then that's it. That should fix the problem. So let's go test this out. Hey, TJ. No longer looks like a word. How do you like TA? Also, I like that first emote, Cyborg, with the toilet paper rolls. Okay, let's click this. Let's click this. And now we were never able to click this before. And would you look at that? Everything works. Good job, Kevin. Yeah, wow. Hey, Blub. Wow. Well, I feel a little bit like an idiot, but that's good. So I think we just want this working on any pop-up. Now, do I have something written here about a virtual cursor? Because virtual mouse and Godot, here it is. I never talked about reparenting. No, I never talked about reparenting. Note to self, private code link is here. Well, the problem is I need this to actually be live before I do that. Also, I'm not even working on a branch, am I? No, I am not. Let's check out more to-do items 11. DA is great. I'm doing it for both a programming class and a systems engineering, software engineering class this semester. Nice. Yeah, I think that it helps reinforce what you've learned because you have to look at it from other students' perspectives and they might ask you questions. It ideally gets you some money, gets you in the professor's good graces or something. $11. What is that in reference to? Finally, hi, Monatic Vine. Thanks for the resub. Wow, almost 6 years. Hey, Solfmeyer, thank you. Oh, right, the branch. Yeah. Yeah, I'm uncreative with the naming here. Hang on one sec. My lungs. I'm dying, chat. Oh, man. Yeah, it's win-win-win all around, Magnus. I think it's really good. Okay, so what am I doing here? This isn't important and this isn't important. So it's just this one thing. And this fixes this issue, although I cannot take credit for this. Fix virtual cursor on language menu. Kevin figured this out. See the issue for more information. And then we just write fixes that. Whew. Just survive until the 17th. Oh man, can you imagine? I mean, I don't really want to talk about it and unpack that scenario because it's pretty grim, but yeah, that would be quite a shame. Kevin, if something bad happens to me, you should still launch the game. Okay, cool. We should probably test this a little more. I'll test it on the Steam Deck. So now I got to publish this, and then I got to get a link to what I just published so that I can put it in my notes. Virtual cursor. And we just need to talk about the reparenting, although I'm not actually totally sure why. But I have a comment about that. Yeah, I'll just get I'll get a link to this whole thing. So what's this? Keep this around just for pop-up menus. Well, I should have said pop-ups, huh? Oh well. We run with this set to true, which means pop-up menus are what? Are not in a separate OS window, but they are in a separate viewport. As a result, two things have to happen. We need to reparent the virtual cursor so that we can get new events in the new viewport. And we need to get the mouse position according to the original viewport since we embed sub-windows. All right, so troubleshooting. Click events aren't making it to a particular window. We had to do work around multiple viewports. I have this comment written in our code. Okay, I'm just going to copy this. I don't care. I know this isn't going to have as much context as it could. For pop-ups, I don't even think that's going to work, is it? No, it should work. And I probably should change this comment. Yeah. Oh, and that rearranges everything. Okay, fine. I will check this in. It's a compulsion at this point. Yeah, no, hey, Goose. Not be able to do anything. My suggestion is to give mods access to a SWAT Atom command. I think it's pretty reasonable. Yeah, I think it's good. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, live for 8 more days, at least 8 more days. Anything else is bonus. Okay, update a comment to reflect prior commit. Actually, you know what we could do? No, it'll change the canonical link. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say we could just force push, although I could do that. Yeah, let's force push. Okay, amend last commit. What did that just do? I messed that up. I didn't actually stage a file. There. Okay, commit. Now I gotta force push, git push force. Then I gotta update this link. Nice. That should change, right? Yeah, nice. Oh, I didn't even realize I could do that. I can just press paste on text and it'll turn it into a link. Nice. I'm guessing that only works when you have a link on there. Oh, that's pretty clever. I should maybe use that. Hey, Presley. Okay, so that is done. And now the next thing, merge Kevin's PR. Okay, yeah, Kevin made a PR. Shouldn't that say link is here? Yes. Thank you. All right, make new challenge run screen into a tabbed UI. Had some time to work on this over the weekend. Suspiciously straightforward. Please make sure I didn't miss anything. Change the layout a bit. Hope it's okay. Didn't run localization tools. Some strings moved. And I may not be able to address feedback you have this week. Okay, so let's write this stuff down. So run localization tools and make sure nothing broke. And then these things. Demand an answer. Did you ask a question, or you mean the implicit question about why am I early? Because yeah, it's daylight saving time. Man, I was so hyped up for daylight saving time. I'm like, I'm gonna get an hour. This is gonna be great. And I even know the mnemonic, which is spring forward, fall back. So in fall we gain the hour. I know that we don't in spring, and yet for whatever reason I'm like, this is gonna be great. I'll get another hour of sleep. Yeah, that didn't happen. It was the opposite. So now I'm at a 2-hour deficit. On the plus side, we never adjusted our cat to daylight saving time. So we went from feeding her at 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. to feeding her at 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. This was very annoying because she'd wake us up a little bit earlier and she'd interrupt my workflow a little bit earlier. So now she's back on the regular schedule. And unbeknownst to her, I mean, it's not like she knows about daylight saving time. It just happens to be that we waited 6 months and it fixed itself. Yeah, so I'm hoping I'll get more sleep and I'll get more work done. All right, so 1302. GHPR, checkout 1302. She won't even know. Her little fluffy head will be none the wiser. I should probably test the virtual cursor over this too, although there's no pop-up, so it shouldn't matter. Board IT guy. And hey, Flava Sava. Bring about something akin to Y2K. I mean, probably not. There have been a lot of calendar changes across the world throughout history. What am I doing? It's this UI. Okay, so this looks somewhat bizarre to me now. So I think we want to change the layout of this. Yeah, because this is what people would see when they first get into bone mode here. Hey, Kurohiga. You've been checking out Casey's game release? Yeah, I was watching the stream earlier today. And congrats to him. I don't know if... Do I have a cakes command? I think I made one. Yeah. Green screen is not completely covering. Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you. How do I want to fix this? I guess I'll move the green screen. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, so I want to fix that. Let's take a look with the controller here. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I don't need the controller. This works just fine. Nice. So you can switch tabs this way. This is part of the reason why we wanted to do this. Then test how different languages affect the selector. We don't even have the selector here because I haven't done any scenarios. And then test on Steam Deck. Go lunch? All right, enjoy lunch. What is this? Invalid UID. And then what's that? Invalid UID. And same thing. Same thing. All of these are just invalid UIDs? Okay. So I guess after merging, fix all of the invalid UIDs. Hey, Schwartz. So we still have it? Yeah. I think we're probably going to have it here for a while too. I don't really mind it so much. I think it'd be easier to not have it, but Like, whatever. I also wonder how many old pieces of hardware were set to update for daylight saving time and now will never be like fixed. Settle on a price, yeah, it'll be $15 with a 15% discount. And there will be regional pricing too, so it's not just a direct USD conversion. It's going to be like, I don't know, like half the price in India, for example, or the Philippines. Okay, localization. Let's go take a look at that next. Although I guess this doesn't really help too much unless we're going to... No, this doesn't really matter, right? Well, we got to make sure this doesn't overflow. And it's a scenario selector, so I guess we need to change this. Let's... Oh, that was kind of dumb. You get less than 70% of that, right? So Steam gives me 70%, and then taxes take out a bunch. So yeah, less than 70% in the end. All right, so now we got to go to our cmsave.json. And number of difficulty levels unlocked. Let's set this as 15. Rerun. Hey, Leap Year Girl. Yeah, we changed our clocks. Daylight saving time just happened. Are the payment processor's fees taken from Steam's 30%? Probably, but refunds aren't taken from that. So like if you sell a copy of the game and then they refund it, you have sold 0 copies of the game, which makes sense. Otherwise, you could just get your friend to keep buying it, refunding it, buying it, refunding it, and you'd create money for yourself. So, yeah, you absorb that. Although not that there's a cost to refunding. Steam absorbs that. So in that scenario where your friend buys a game and refunds it a bunch of times, they'd probably get banned because that's costing Valve money, I think, every time that happens. Okay, cool. So we have all these things here. I need to test on like German, for example. And then I think we need to go into this and, whoops. And then go back to here. Why aren't these localized? Oh, right, because they only get set once at the beginning of the game, I think. What's the main thing you're going to focus on during launch day to maximize revenue? During launch day, I think at that point there's nothing I can really focus on too much. Like launch day will be a celebration. I'm not going to be, I mean, I'll probably like respond to reviews or comments or whatever. I respond to comments, check out other people's media, etc. But like the way to maximize revenue would be outreach or press or, I don't know, making content myself or something like that. That's not the plan for launch. The plan for launch is to just sit back and enjoy, like celebrate. Adam dresses up as a skeleton. Well, a skeleton, but in a human suit. So yeah, I'll be doing that, Page. Hey, Jesta. Hey, Showboat. Did the font get bigger when you chose German? Or did you also change the game scale? Or am I tripping? I think it's just... The font shouldn't have changed sizes here. Do these all fit? How do these all fit? What are the odds that actually worked? Wow, huh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess we need to test every language, but I need to change this layout because I do think this looks very strange. Still remember the launch day celebration? I don't. I remember being on the Twitch front page on the first launch that I did and being frustrated out of my mind, if that's what you mean. That wasn't supposed to be a celebration. That was supposed to, well, I guess it was supposed to be. That was the worst. The worst. Do you happen to look into what it would take to have Skeleseller in the Twitch list of games to stream? It's already there. And it's pretty easy to get that to happen too, by the way. You just have to sign up for IGDB. Where do we have categories? Oh, it doesn't show unless they're actually viewers. But anyway, if you click here, yeah, there's the Skeleseller category. I don't expect this is ever going to get popular, even if the game gets popular. Like, not every game is streamable. I don't think Skeleseller is all that streamable. This has 22 followers. I mean, if anyone wants to follow the category and find some Skeleseller streamers on launch day or something, you can. But yeah, I don't expect that to be very, very filled out. Hey, Atomic. I'm doing pretty well. I hope you're doing well too. Yeah, I think we'll just set this back to what it was. What changed this? Very end frame font of Skeleseller was different from your font in the banner picture. What are you talking about? This? Oh, I see. I never noticed that. Oh, this is like a graphic, not a font exactly. I know fonts are pretty much graphics, but yeah, we have, I don't know where I'd find it anyway, because I have it somewhere else. We have the logo thing here. Yeah. I don't think it's very important though. Yeah. We might have done that for readability or for height or something. I don't recall. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But thanks for combing over that. All right, so I want to go change new challenge run, new run tab. Hey, Kobold. How you doing? Thanks for the raid. Welcome in, welcome in. I said, hey, Kobold, and my phone thought I said, hey, Google. How'd the stream go? And how's the game going? I hope you're all well. We are prepping for the launch of Skeleseller, which is in 8 days. And we're just taking a look at all of these things. The layout. We can't change that there. Container sizing. It's weird that you can change it here, but you can't change it in the other one. And then what? Did we center some of these things? I don't know what this used to look like. I guess we can just launch it on Steam and find out. Yeah, I'll launch this. Such a vibe. So much fun doing low poly modeling while listening to good music. Yeah, sometimes I wish I had the ability to also listen to music, but I just can't focus on so many things at once. Okay, here's what we used to have. So, how do we get back to this scenario? Oh, actually, we didn't change the size of the scenario selector, right? Oh, I don't know if I ever tested that. 7 stream streak, nice. Yeah, so just left align everything and choose scenarios left aligned as well. I think that's kind of it then, right? Aren't we just done? Yeah, I think we're pretty much just done there. Okay, let's try that. Hey, Dad walking. Yeah, I'll take a look at the Discord thing. Let me hang on one second. Engage. Nope, I don't need to do that. Well, very nice. I like this. By the way, that looks like an egg. Maybe it is an egg. Maybe you can put a reference to it being an egg. Yeah, I find it kind of crazy to think of how many details like this in a game someone just walks past in a second, and I mean, maybe you interact with this in the game, but that this could just be in a hallway somewhere and people just be like, yeah, that's expected. They just, whatever, that took like 10 minutes of work or something. And it's like, no, this is a lot of work. Yeah, it looks good. So good job. This is no longer on the same line. Did we shrink the screen? This is what the size used to be, and here's what it is now. No, so we didn't shrink it. So then this should probably stay how it was. So where's the level or the best time? Best time is on the next line. I want to put it on that line, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's try that again now. Player unlocks colors to customize their stuff. The buckets will show and change color to the colors they've unlocked, because I don't know when to send my feature creep. Oh, when to end your feature creep? Yeah. I think it's cool. Are you? I saw a bunch of reds. Are you going to hide the buckets for colors they don't have, or just change the colors as they unlock them? Because I think it'd be cool to see them fill in with the colors that you have. All right, we got to change editor settings. I have something set here. Yeah, this should be the same as editor, sure. Or just always screen one. I don't know, it probably doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, this used to be smaller. I see. So we would... Okay, I understand now why Kevin did this. So we could bump this all down to the bottom if we wanted to. But kind of no matter what, there's going to be a bunch of blank space here. Drat. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, gotcha, Kobold. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. All right, well, it's not hard to make this look the way I want it to look, but it is a little bit difficult to figure out what to do with the rest of the space. So we just don't expand this. And then we separate these. Or here's what we could do. We could expand this one and then set everything to end. Yeah, this is going to cause a bunch of blank space to appear. Oh, man. I mean, we could change this text so that it's not small anymore. That's also going to break the localization. We could just put a picture of a bone here. A little arc could go a long way. Well, this is all just supposed to be a text screen. It's just we used to have it only taking up the space it needed. Now it's always taking up a certain amount of space. And as a result... Oh, maybe you're talking about... Well, I don't know if you're talking about this or not, but yeah. Yeah, we used to have the upgrade button here and stuff. I don't know what to do. Maybe, why don't we just shrink the size of all of this? None of it needs to be this tall. Yeah, that's probably the solution. I wonder how we do that. New challenge run screen. So max size container is here. Custom max size. Let's just set this to 500. Okay, that's too small. 650 might be fine. I mean, it still looks a little bit strange. Yeah, it is kind of weird to have that space. Max size container is a thing we made. Although max size is coming to Godot soon enough. Well, probably. You never know with PRs. So we only have 2 unlocked perks. We need to see what this looks like when you got all of them. Which is only, I think, 13 of them. Oh, it said right there, right? Yeah, 2 out of 13. Alternatively, we could change... No, you can't really do that. I was going to say you could change the size of the tab based on which one's showing. We could make this a little bit smaller still. Where's the most text? This one, and it moves the up and down arrows when you do that. Can you vertically center the scenario chooser? Yes. Here. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay, yeah, I think this is good. Okay, now we have a bunch of tests we got to do. So let's test every language. Spanish first. We gotta quit every time we do this because I would expect that after playing the game for like 4 hours, you would have locked in your language already. All right, so we're just looking for if anything overflows. So far, no. Whoop. That one's pretty long, but it fits. Okay, that one bumped this to the side a little bit. Isn't that going to cause a problem with the best time? Everything else looks good. Scenario, what was that? Scenario number 10. So we need a best time for this. Horizontally center it also and move the records underneath the left and right arrows. Yeah, maybe we can do that. Okay. Hey, Proxy. Thanks for the raid. Howdy do. What were you doing on stream today? Yeah, I'm loading up your stream. You know, it's kind of funny. Every once in a while, I'll load up someone's stream to see what they were doing, and I see a picture of me. It's kind of like because the person hasn't stopped streaming. That's not the case here. Game dev doing game jams and researching deep learning. Also live in Japan. Ask me anything. Hey, cool. So yeah, what was today specifically? Also, I don't know if you know or care, but you have no space between Japan and ask. Trying to get those skeleton 2D. Feels like bones are just very bugged. Oh, is that for the inverse kinematics stuff? Because, yeah, I think it'd be cool to use that at some point in a game, and I've just never tried it myself. But neat, especially if you're doing game jams, I guess, knowing all of the tools in the toolbox, pretty important. Yeah, IK animations. Oh, cool. Yeah, well, welcome in. We're working on Skeleseller. It's going to be launching in 8 days, and we are doing some, not really finishing touches stuff, but just things that won't really break everything else. So what Cuddlefish said is probably a good idea. Center it horizontally, move record to underneath the left, right arrows. Yeah, so we can try that now. Oh, I guess we just center this entire thing. That did nothing because these aren't centered. We either don't expand these or we center these. And in this case, that means that we don't expand this. Oh, not like that. there's a center thing here. Here it is. Yeah, so choose a scenario, and then we put this on the same line as that. So that would be in an HBox container. And then we put the best time label beneath it. And add, I guess just put this inside of here, right? And then center this whole thing. And same thing for the description. Center this too. All right, how's that look? I can't understand this in Spanish. I can't tell if it looks good or not. Let's put it back to English. I just realized you can stream to your games page outside of festivals. Yeah, you can. And multi-streaming is pretty easy if you want. I wrote some notes on this. Where is it? Streaming to multiple platforms from OBS. Yeah, take a look at this if you want. I stream to YouTube, Steam, and Twitch. And yeah, I just don't ever read my Steam chat, but I think you can see somewhere how many people are on the page at any given time. Yeah, 3 people. Not very much. Oh, you're already multi-streaming to a bunch. Yeah, you could just add Steam to the list then. I'm here. I just want to say your game got a huge advertisement on the front page of Reddit Gaming right now. Can you link it, Mr. X-Fan? And yeah, sure thing. For what it's worth, I don't think it's worth streaming to Steam. Like, in fact, it's probably an annoyance for a lot of people because they land on the page and then it just bumps down the game page with this because most people don't have that turned off. And yeah, I should start opening up Steam chat in the coming week. Probably not starting today, but maybe in like a few days. I really hate Steam streams. Yeah, you can have them collapse automatically like this. That's what I do. Because yeah, I don't ever watch them. I don't know what scenario I'd want to watch them. I know that some people like them. Post is currently rising on top as we speak. Do you mind linking it though? Can you just send a link? Because I want to finish looking at this and I want to take a look at that too. Okay, so is this better centered? I don't think so, especially not with bullet points being centered like that. So, okay, I don't want to center that part. We could maybe center... No, I think I want this all left aligned. All right, so let's Command Z a bunch of times. And then maybe just put the best time label on the next line. All right, what's that look like? We don't have a best time for this, but we do for this. This is still centered though. I don't want that centered. Okay, that might be better. And that bumps this upward a little bit, but only when you have a best time there. Which is going to cause everything to... No, you'll always have a best time for all current scenarios, just not the latest one. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Magnus. Scala Seller. How'd this make it to the top of it? Or how'd this even like show up in here? Is anyone commenting on this? Scala. No. Only one mention? Oh, do I just have it the whole thing? Scala Seller hype. We have to upvote this person. Yeah, by the way, whenever there's a compilation like this, no one ever comments on Scala Seller for some reason. So in this case, yeah, sure, someone did, but like it just doesn't get any hype. PC Gamer did a compilation thing. Like 4 different YouTubers have done compilation things. And it's only if I kick off the conversation or I say something like, I don't know, I could reply to this and say, hey, I'm the creator. I'm working hard to make this game great. I wonder if that would help. I think if I don't do that, people aren't going to actually like click anything. I should probably type something, but what? By the way, Mr. X Fan, thanks for bringing this to my attention. And Magnus, thanks for linking it. Creator here. It launches in 8 days. I don't know what to say. Thanks, Proxy, and thanks for the raid. I hope you have a good evening. I'm working super hard to make the game as enjoyable as possible. For those curious about it, there's a demo on the Steam page with about 30-45 minutes of gameplay. Give him a free key. The Reddit commenter? Or you mean this person? I don't know who this person is. I created a social network platform for gamers called Minimap. Should I link the Steam page? Does it still use Reddit Markdown by default? I don't actually know if it does. Thanks for the hype. I don't think I want to advertise too much, at least about the stream or anything. Was interested. There. Okay. Sure, there's a preview. No, there's a preview. So we're going to post this and find out that it doesn't work. And then, yeah. And then have to edit this comment. Great. This is so stupid. Okay, there. All right, so how are we looking on this now? Pretty good. We could actually even have this take up space. So it's always visible, but it doesn't have anything in it. I'm kind of curious what that would look like. New challenge run screen, best time, new run tab. Best time label, here it is. Okay, so what if we just never hid this? Yeah. Oh, and then I need to show it. Oh, drat. There. All right, cut out all this stuff. Yep. Because that way this won't jump around. So we don't have a best time on all of these. So it's just going to be set to whatever it was. But yeah, it fills the space a little bit better. Okay, yeah, let's try that. So how about we just always have it be visible, and if best time is null, then set the text to nothing. String.empty. Otherwise, do that. Let's try that now. I want to update the screenshots on the Steam and itch pages too. Also, I haven't actually reviewed this PR. I'm still just trying to get this to look good. Okay, nice. So wait, no, not nice. What's going on? I don't have the visibility change, right? I don't, huh? Maybe you have to set it to a space so that it doesn't look like nothing. If I turn this off, wow, yeah, it does collapse. Interesting. I did not realize that. So I would need to set it to a space if I want it to not disappear. It needs some content so that it still takes space. Yeah. It's still not working. I should have probably tested that first. No, making it a space does... Oh, whoops. This is the wrong thing. Oops. How did this even get here? I just chose whatever last string.empty I had. Okay, yeah, my bad. So this should be set to that. Great. This is a bit too close to the text above it. When this was taking up less space on the screen, it looked a little bit better. I'm not super concerned about that right now. Yeah, I think this is better. Okay, yeah. So we shrank the height of this, and then made the best time always show up or always take up space, even if you don't have a best time. Which, again, the way that this works is every time you beat a scenario, you have to have a best time because you beat the scenario. So the only thing that can't have a best time is the newest scenario. So if this button were grayed out, this would show up as blank space so that when you eventually beat it, it would show. But yeah, the way we're doing this now, where there's a bunch of them with blank space, that would not be possible because you can't skip scenarios. Yeah, I think it's good. Cool. You can use these buttons to switch between these. This is still visible and everything. So the only other thing we were going to do is test out the different languages, but now even that doesn't really matter because at worst, it's going to just nudge this to the side a little bit. Which, yeah, maybe we can increase the size a hair. It doesn't really need to be a lot. Also, we got an excellent graphic for the bird achievement that I want to use. Yeah, so this is bumping it by like 10 pixels. So if we just increase it by 10 to begin with, we should be fine. So that's Spanish. Anything else? French. Spanish number 10. We got to remember that. Spanish scenario 10. We're just trying to find the longest ones here. Sometimes Reddit hides comments. Yeah, I might not show up there. Might also just be like shadow ban. I think your comment got deleted by Modbot on Reddit. Okay, yeah. I should probably just go delete the comment myself, huh? r/gaming. Can I just delete this? Yeah, whatever. Could just be caught an auto mod for having a link. Yeah, although probably no one's ever gonna look at that. That's my guess. Okay, there. This is gone. All right, well, whatever. All right, so we got to look through all of these. Looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good. Nothing's pushing the button. Scenario 10 is also pretty long there, but not a problem. So that's all of Spanish and French. Now we have Italian. I wonder if Rider has better C# hot reloading support. If that'll just kind of magically work for me, because that'd be great. All right, Italian, Scenario number 7 is pretty long. Scenario number 10 is long enough to bump it, even more than Spanish. Okay. Italian. So just Italian and Spanish so far. And now we change to German and then finally Portuguese. Okay, no problems here. Yeah, no problems here. This one scrolls though. But probably part of the reason this scrolls is because this goes on to another line for just one word. I'm not incredibly bothered by this. So this one scrolls too. Yeah, I'm not really bothered by this too much. We could increase the size of the screen. We could also just do it on German only, so that on German we don't have the scroll bar. I write that down as like a minor polish thing. For German, the new run screen for bone mode requires vertical scrolling for the final 2 scenarios. We could just increase the height of the entire tab container for German specifically. Could also shrink the font size a little bit. Oh, in fact, I could just localize the text so that it's got a different font size in it. Yeah, this is because bone mode is super long in German. Hilarious. Okay. I don't consider this to be like some crazy bug here, by the way. It's okay if text doesn't fit and there's a scroll bar. It's not okay if text doesn't fit and it just gets truncated or just goes outside of the bounds. All right, so what are we looking at over here? Nothing. Oh, yeah. Whoa, that's the longest one. Okay. Cool. So we got to go fix that. And it should be very easy to do that because this level label, we just set a minimum size of even longer. So let's do 450 and we should be fine. In fact, we can test this right now, right? Did that bump it? It did bump it slightly. So it's more than 450. So 460. This is the best way to test things. Just keep changing by a random number of pixels. Okay, now it's moving by like 5 pixels. So now let's make this 465. Nice. It doesn't move anymore. Great. It'll look a little strange when there's a scenario that doesn't need all that space, but that's okay. All right, pretty happy with that. So what haven't we tested now? We have done different languages. We tested Q&E. We have not tested on Steam Deck. 1280 by 700. How do we start like that? Window. 1280 by, or wait, no, 1280 by 800. So just instead of maximize, we just set this to windowed and it should just work. Well, that's not the right size. What? Oh, maybe it is the right size, but I have it set to 2x. Yeah. All right, so this is what it would look like. And yeah, it fits. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so set that back to maximized. So this is done, this is done, this is done. We got to do this and this. And I got to review the code. Let's go review the code now. Actually, I should probably check in what I've just done, right? This is like relay this out. Why did the alignment change on this? Suggests to me that we centered something. Oh no, we left aligned things. It wasn't left aligned before. Oh, what's that doing there? It's like a square root symbol. Huh. I wonder if I put that there. I probably did. All right, anything else? This changed. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, option V does. Yeah, I must have accidentally pressed it. Hey, Franken. Okay, so lay out the new run screen differently. No longer centered some controls. Shrank the height of the entire tab container. What else do we do? Always show best run time, even if it's blank, to avoid, what is it, jittering. And then what's the other thing I did? I thought I did something else here. Oh yeah, gave more space for the scenario selector to accommodate Portuguese. Yeah, cool. All right, now let's look through everything. So file was deleted. This probably got moved somewhere else, I'm guessing. Oh no, it was a tab contain. Oh, right. You'd open up another window. Oh, I forgot how this worked. And now you don't need to open up another window. You get a chance to relax. How do you like it so far? I did get a chance to relax with it. I think it's a very good game. And I think it's kind of hard to say. There are some games where if you don't change enough of the content, I think they'd be bad. So for example, Breath of the Wild going to Tears of the Kingdom, I don't think enough changed. So I don't think it felt like, oh yeah, I want to invest another like 30, 40 hours in this game. I like them both. I really like Breath of the Wild. So Slay the Spire 1, I don't think would have had that problem going to Slay the Spire 2. As long as there are new cards and like new mechanics and whatever else, I think it's like, hey, people would probably be fine with an expansion. It feels like more than that though. It feels like an evolution over the first game. I think they've made a lot of like interesting, good changes. And then I think one of the most important things is just co-op. So my wife and I played, I think, 2.5 runs. She was starting to fall asleep during the third run, but we won the first 2 runs, and that was pretty fun. I think they did a good job of that. It feels very much like the board game does, and yet you don't have to set up all the things that the board game has you set up. For those who haven't seen the board game, it's kind of crazy. Like, it works almost exactly like how the video game does. You're just setting everything up yourself. And for people who are into big board games, it's not that intense, I guess. But I'm trying to find a picture with all the little red cubes. Yeah, I guess this kind of shows it. So yeah, here's what the board game looks like. You've got the map. You have to like put all these little tokens down yourself. You got all your characters. Every card, you need to manage every enemy's actions yourself. You need like red cubes on multiple parts of the cards. They're really tiny. If you nudge them by even one, you change the enemy's life. There's just a ton of like tokens and stuff. So that's what co-op in the video game feels like now. It feels like this, but you don't have to manage it all. But there's the same level of communication. Like, oh, can anyone apply vulnerable? Can anyone do this? Is anyone going to heal? Blah, blah, blah. So Blink.chat it is. Maybe technique. And yeah, the board game is fun. I like it. It's just sometimes it feels like, oh, I just want to play a game and sit in bed or something. So this is good. As long as none of the strings change, we should be okay. New challenge run scene. Okay, I think we're good. I probably should run the generation of this stuff. Title screen changed very slightly. Show new run, show. So this got a whole bunch of code that used to be somewhere else. And we have tabs here now. Yeah, those will need to keep the exact same thing. I'm only looking through this quickly because we just tested everything out and it all worked. What's this about? Yeah, okay, I'll definitely need to run this. Do you get LFS? No. And hey, monkeys. Got on Monster Train 1, haven't bought 2 yet. You know, Monster Train to me, because I'd played Slay the Spire, felt like an expansion for Slay the Spire. But it had no lasting power for me. Slay the Spire just immediately hooked me, and I was like, oh man, this game is so good. So yeah, I really like Slay the Spire too. I also, one other thing that's kind of nice is because it's so similar to the first game, I'm not like, oh my god, I gotta spend 40 hours playing it. There's no FOMO for me. It's just like, oh hey, this game will be there. I'll probably play it a lot over the next year or two, and I can take my time with it. So this all looks good. Let's put that up there, and then let's go try the POT generation. I sure hope this works. Before we do this, let me just make sure no one's actually like modifying. I don't know why someone would, but no one's modifying any of this stuff. Yeah, last edit was February 28th. Everything's been fully translated, so it wouldn't make sense that there'd be something there. So I need to click this and then generate and then this. And a bunch of stuff is going to look like it changed, but hopefully nothing actually changed. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of thing that this should look like. And then these should be the same, right? Refund upgrade points. Refunds all your upgrade points. This is free. Yep. Oh, there's a new message ID here. New run tab. That shouldn't be there. New challenge run screen.tscn. Where's that? Here. Message ID. Where would that show up? Oh no, we do have a new string now. Okay. Yeah. We will need to get this translated. I didn't even think of that. I feel like doing chores sometimes. But you don't want to savor the chores. Yeah, this says new run. So that presumably is not actually translated, right? If I restart the game. Yeah, it just says new run. Okay. Yeah, I forgot all about this. Also, French has the same problem of vertical scrolling. Write that down too. French has this issue as well. So I assume other languages may also have this problem. Oh man. All right, we got to translate new run. Translate new run for each language. We don't have a problem. Hey, Hideo. Hideo, would you mind translating this string? There's a tab that says new run, and it's how you start another scenario. I don't have it on Weblate yet because I still have to finish some things. And I also want to probably take a break in the next like minute because ads are going to start soon. Is it a thing you forgot? No. It's brand new as of like 2 minutes ago, and it's not on Weblate yet. Nouveau run. Beautiful. All right. Yeah, so we need to rerun the generation and hope that doesn't break anything. All right, let's try that. Generate. Ping me when it is? Okay, yeah, we'll do. Okay, so what are we looking at here? This one's fine. What changed over here? Why are there this many changes? Because of line numbers? Man, it'd be nice if there was some way to like filter this out. I just want to see if any strings changed. I don't think so. I don't see anything. Maybe we can just keep pressing control down. Yeah, these are all just line numbers. That's fine, by the way. I don't mind if line numbers change. The only problem is if we accidentally change a string somewhere, because then it's going to break every translation. Yeah. Oh, what about? Yeah, these are just line number changes. Tab titles unlocked perks. That should still be there. Good. Okay, so those are all the same. We just look at one of these scene files. The only thing here should be new run. Oh, that's set in 2 places, isn't it? Probably. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. And yeah, then we'll come back and look at this. Is it jump time? It's jump time. All right, hello again. Close the game. Okie dokie. So we've got to update WebLate. And we have to make sure none of the strings got ruined by doing that. I've already backed up after the 28th, so if I do break things, we can fix that. Man. Okay, I should probably look through my instructions for this because I always mess them up. So lock components on WebLate. Okay, let's go do that. Lock. Commit and push on WebLate if they weren't done already. There were no outgoing commits, so that shouldn't matter. Pull from your dev machine. Make sure you're on the right branch. Okay, let's go to the translations repo. Game submodules, Scala seller, pull. That would have broken, no, it wouldn't have broken anything. Okay, make a new branch, sure. All right, that shouldn't exist. Git branch -d update translations. Now make it again. Then PR these through GitHub. Okay, so update translations. We added a new run tab. Oh, wait. Oh, before I do this, I got to figure out, does that string exist in the code and in the scene? Because if so, it's going to be duplicated. And I think it does. So in the scene file, we have, yeah, new run tab. And in the script file, we have new run. Yeah, okay. I think this is a problem. I think we need to delete it from here, which is right there. Yeah, this is disabled. This one needs to be disabled too. Won't that? Yeah, that should work. So then I got to generate this again. And now there shouldn't be anything in scenes. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. We added a new run tab. Also, a bunch of line numbers changed. Okay. So I published that. Yeah. Then PR through GitHub. Okay. Create PR. There we go. Then unlock components on Weblate. Delete the local branch if you want. That's this, which you shouldn't need. Used by work tree. I mean, that shouldn't matter, right? Oh, wait, switch back to main. I have that right there. There we go. What is PR? PR is a pull request. It is how you end up merging code in a repository. So you have some code. Someone else is like, hey, I would like you to merge this in. That merge thing becomes a pull request. And then from here, you could be like, okay, what changes did they make? You look through this. You're like, yeah, it looks good. Looks good. Oh, that should have a change. So you can write a comment and say like, hey, you should go change that thing. Then they go change it. They come back. You review it again. You click the merge button. And now it's in your code base. All right, so what haven't I done? Unlock components on Weblate. Yeah, we got to go do that. So I refresh this, we click unlock. And now if I search for new run, we should see one untranslated string. Yes, this one. Okay. Hey, null exception. Want to thank you for helping Cakes with the UTM source thing? Because that's the only helpful comment I left in the stream today. Hey, Kat, hey, yo. All right, so I got to go link this to Hideo. Let me link the French version specifically to make this even easier. I should probably also put a screenshot on here. Let's go do that. I should put the screenshot in English, which means I need to quit and come back in. Oh, with everything. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I wish him luck. I saw he got a bunch of reviews on Steam, so I hope that helps catapult his game into success. But yeah, it's always exciting when someone nearby launches a game. Upgrade points show up there too. Okay, that's good. So yeah, I want to take a picture of this. This is the tab where you can start a new run. A new, I guess, spawn mode run. Okay, so say over here. I don't know, in temp, doesn't really matter. New run tab. Okay, so I gotta go to the English string and upload a screenshot. Add screenshot. Choose file. Temp. New run tab. Upload. Could not upload. Please fix errors. Image is too big. Oh, I hate that. 2000 by 2000. That's why I cropped it to this, because I thought it would be 2000 by 2000. All right, 1999 there. Export. New run tab. Replace. Good. Go back to here. Choose another file. Go back to the strings so that it automatically associates it with this. It was already selected. Noise. Okay, now we link the French string to Hideo. The string is live, which means I've got to get all the translations for this and put this into the game soon. Make sure everyone has translated new run and that I put it in the game. Okay. Hey, Matt. Can I hit the release button? Yeah, definitely. We'll put a remote activation on it. Okay, so stop translating new run in the scene itself. Stop translating new run in the scene itself. It's already exposed via the script, so this prevents a duplicate. And then this is update translation repository. All right, so sync all that stuff, and now we can go merge this. Is there any other problem with this at all? What happens if you try starting a run where you have not spent any points? It says this, so now what if we spent some points? Yeah, looks good. Okay. All right, it looks good. I made a couple of changes. Comment. Squash. Okay, now we need to switch back to my branch. So run localization tool, we did that. After merging, fix all the invalid UIDs. Yeah, so we'll pull that. We'll go back to get checkout, more to do items, 11, I think it was. And then GPOM it. And then push that. Yeah. Okay, and then run the UID tool, because this might have broken everything. This takes a very long time. Yeah. Okay, and then I gotta get translators on top of this. So I gotta go do that like right now. We need German, Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish. By the way, if anyone in chat speaks any of those languages and can tell me this one string, that would be great, because it would save me a lot of time. Otherwise, I'm going to send this to all the translators. So this is the Italian. No, this isn't even Italian. What am I talking about? This is German. German here. Could you translate what this would be? The new run tab. Spanish here. Yeah. So yeah, here's the context in the, well, I probably can't show you right now. So other than that, this screenshot we'll have to do for now. But yeah, this is the tab where you start a new challenge mode, a new bone mode run, excuse me. So, the Italian, are there any Italian speakers here right now? Okay, so German would be this. Thank you, Crank. Let me, and if Lazamat, if you agree with that. Yeah, it would fit. Okay, cool. So then I will give you both a point. All right, and then I'll just go fill this in myself. So this goes into German. Where did the German go? There it is. Click that, click save and stay. And then comments. I'm just going to copy paste what you both said. Whoop, I didn't mean to do that. Did that even save? What happened? What just happened? Where did that go? I don't even know what I pressed. Huh, that's weird. I think I pressed enter and it just didn't work the way I expected. Yeah, whatever. I'll just hit save here. Okay, there. Now we have the comment. It did not save with a new line. That's okay, though. So that's done. We need Italian, Spanish. By the way, Keds, I don't know if you had seen this, but... Okay. We're going to translate run directly. So, like, new game. And thank you, Armando. This is very helpful. Because that's game, right? And that's probably fine. Depending on how you translate it, run in other places. Yeah, actually that's a good point. Maybe I already have the translation somewhere else. Let me take a look. Or well, like sort of have it somewhere else. If I search for run, allows this perk to show up during a run. Okay, so what do we say in Portuguese for this? Partida, I think. What does that translate as? Match. Okay. So I should say it with this capitalization. But then wouldn't this be Nova? No, wait. Is that right? How do you? New match. Yeah. I know the tiniest bit of Portuguese. Okay, so this is correct for the Portuguese? Yeah. Okay, thank you, Armando. Give you a point. Then Keds said pretty much the same thing in Spanish. Okay, let's give Keds a point as well. And then I just need Italian, which I could probably just look up and figure out myself. Well, I guess I also need French. But Hideo will do the French. So Italian. So what do we use for run in Italian? Webly run. Same thing. So it should just be probably even the same word. But let's look it up just to make sure. New match in Italian. Yeah. So this. Okay, I'm going to guess that's right. Yeah, I'm going to guess that's right because it follows all the other languages. So I don't think we really need to run that by a translator. Yeah. So now why is that red? Other source string, new game. Oh, sure, whatever. And then, yeah, French and... how about this? I'll fill this in. Which one should I use? I don't know. Keds, you speak Italian? And hey, Mahek Kumar. Howdy. No, okay. Then I'll just trust what Google Translate said. So the only other one we have to do... Wait, no, that's everything, right? The only other one we need then is French, which I'll just fill in temporarily. Where did... Oh, yeah, it's already there. Okay, so let's go find the French version of this. Copy and paste. Part. I wonder if that's what you would say for all this stuff. Do we have any other strings with run in it? During a run. Yeah, that's what's used for all of these things. Yep. So, whoa, why is that there? What are you doing there? That shouldn't be there. What is that doing there? Hang on a second. Yeah, it's going to say 99%. No. No. What's supposed to happen? Oh, I never ran regenerate. Oh, no, that's why. Okay, yeah. Well, we can just do that. And it'll just delete the string. And then I can put that back on Weblate. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. Well. I'll do that afterward. And we just won't tell any of the translators about this. It's just that one, ignore the new other untranslated string. Didn't link. Okay. All right, so I got to write myself a note to go wipe that out. So after merging, fix all the invalid UIDs. That should have been done already, right? Yes. And we'll check this into main. Fix UIDs. I just ran the automated tool. This is not on main. That's probably okay. No one's going to be touching the code, I think. So rerun the POT generation so that new run tab doesn't show on Weblate. This is not quite done. This is, yeah, okay. So all of this stuff is finished. So yeah, we need that French string. I'll leave this tab open. Just need French. Okay, so let's go take a look at the timings for bone mode metals. I'm not gonna fix this. And maybe this thing too. Yeah, might as well just get this off the list. It should be super fast. There's apparently over here a bush underneath this tree. I still don't see it. Oh, there. We turn off navigation. Is it visible? I guess it is visible. Okay. Well, that should be very easy to fix, right? So we turn that off and we go figure out where that's located. There it is. And then we just click it. We're done. Problem solved. Yeah. Remove a bush from underneath a tree. Dark found this. I don't know how to indicate which one we removed. It wasn't super apparent. Yep. Okay. Mark that as finished. I want to do this because I think this one's fun. And because we have this amazing graphic that I want to show everyone. Where is the graphic? Downloads. This. Okay, so here's the task before I show you the graphic. We want to add an achievement for when you figure out what happens with this little bird character that's in the game. And for those who haven't seen this, I really like this. It's one of those goofy ideas that I added. So, when you have the chef slime and when you beat the phoenixes, which maybe that'll cause this to happen? No, it didn't. Drat. Okay, then we got to do this the other way. Oh, you know what we could do? Well, I don't want to go through all this manually. So yeah, I'm going to cheat this and save and go load the file. Hey, Winakis. Hey, Kivix. Is 17th launch day? Yeah, it is. All right, these numbers are instance IDs. One of the instance IDs is for the mines. That's 7, so we don't want to have beaten 7 yet. Now we load. Hello, hello. Okay, so check this out. You beat the Phoenixes, and a little bird shows up in your town, and you click it, and it starts walking. And you click it some more, and it walks again. And click it one more time. And it walks very close to... Oh, wait, no, that didn't work. There we go. And it walks next to the chef slime. And it gets cooked. So that should get you the achievement. Curiosity cooked the bird. And here's the graphic. And I think this graphic is fantastic. Look at that. So that'll be the achievement thing that pops up. Now it does suggest that the bird is cooked and is still alive. But you don't ever see them again in your game. So we're going to go add this achievement and then make sure it all works. We just did this the other day, and it's relatively easy to do. Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. And I think the achievement really sells this. So where'd I put this? Because I had them all somewhere. Oh, in the Steam folder, right? Tools, Steam, achievements. Yeah, here. Yeah, okay. All right, now we got to grayscale this thing. Achievements, Steam, here it is. So we run this. That's the input. We want to grayscale it and output it to temp slash curiosity, or maybe just like bird grayscale dot png. It's a JPEG source image, right? Wait, no, it's not a JPEG. It's a ping. Huh, interesting. And what are we exporting these as? Do I have another grayscale thing in here? I just did this with one of these. What was it, and what did I call it? No, what is it? New achievement? Yeah, grayscale output.jpg. It probably doesn't matter. Actually, does it matter? I don't know. Let's go take a look. Part of me thinks I got an achievement. Yeah, I don't know why it makes the achievement sound for that. All right, so demo doesn't have achievements. The playtest version does. Oh, God, I don't know why I do this. It'd be nice if there's just a copy all achievements thing. All right, so now we go to this and this. I'm doing some of this off screen, and then I can show it once I get there. Achievements. Achievements. Okay, so here are the tabs I can show. What did I call that? Oh yeah, there it was. That's not what I was trying to figure out. What I was trying to figure out is this is accept PNGs. So new achievement, new achievement. All right, what are we calling this? Cook bird. Okay, now we need a name and a description. Curiosity cooked the bird. Description. Okay, this I had never really thought of. Maybe figure out what happens to the bird in your town. But it's not figure out. You did this. You're the one who caused this. Maybe we say something like, you monster. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, so let's go fill all these things in. So there's that. Then this. Then this. Okay, now we save because you can't fill in the icons at the same time that you make an achievement for some reason. And then we choose an icon here and we go find, I should just put these in the same folder to make this easier. So let's go do that. Here is one. And then temp has the other one. Cook bird. Wait, did I save this? Did I even run this? I don't even think I ran this. I did not. It's bird grayscale. There it is. Main character. Oh man, I remember I started making a game a long time ago about a space chicken. And I really liked the idea of having a space chicken as a main character, but the game never really had any gameplay. It's back in the very early days of my game dev. All right, Curiosity cooked the bird. I don't even know if this is going to work. I think it should. Yeah, it worked. Okay, save. And then do the same thing over here. Cool. Now we got to go publish this. Let me just do that off screen. Looks good, looks good. Okay, hit publish, publish. Hit publish again. Type in the secret word. Hit really publish. They make you go through like 4 steps to publish. So now it's live, and we should see pretty much immediately in Steam the new achievement show up, right? No, maybe I need to just click away and then click back. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so it's showing over here. Curiosity cooked the bird. And then over here too. Maybe we should have made this a hidden achievement. Why is it not over here? Huh, wonder if I messed that up somehow. Well, let's maybe give it some time. Is it hidden? It's not hidden, but maybe it should be. This is just a checkbox, right? Yeah, hidden question mark. Yeah, I think this one should be hidden. All right, so save that. Too late now. We all saw it. Yeah, and it's going to be published automatically now, I think, too. So this is 3838630. We need the playtest version of this. So what? Alt space playtest? Oh, that was a playtest version. What's the release version? There it is. Okay, so now we go edit that and make that hidden. Save. Okay, now I'm going to publish these things. Give me a sec. Okay, changes are live. Yeah, changes are live. So now it should have disappeared from over here. It hasn't yet, but it might eventually. And it should have never appeared over here. Although maybe, again, that might have worked. Yeah, so it's not here now. It's in the playtest one. It should probably disappear from there. But let's go grant it in the game. So we have achievement data. Cook bird. Cook bird. Yeah, nice. Okay. Whoop. Cool. Now you just need to grant it once you cook the bird. So we have a question mark 100 somewhere. No, colon 100. There it is. And we do achievement system. Can we just grant this? Mark achieved on Steam. Cook bird. I hope that's what we can do. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Python variables. Seems like something that probably shouldn't be covered in the master's degree. But I guess they don't know how people got there necessarily. Maybe it's like a generic class. All right, so we can test this the same way we just did. Oh, you know what? I need to go wipe out what I did in the save file. But I already closed this, so it didn't actually save. Okay, good. So then we need to save that as Save.json. Oh, I already have it right before beating Phoenixes. Will we change into a turkey? No. I think if your game were like super popular or you're an excellent artist or something like that, that kind of touch might be nice. But those changes in general, I think are best when they're localized. So they're only in cultures that actually like celebrate that Thanksgiving, which is pretty much just the US. And players would be able to see the difference. So as an example, a lot of games will have some kind of town in them, and in like real life winter time, there will be snow in the town. So when you play in summer, you don't see it, and then you play in winter and you do see it, and you recognize there's a difference, and you recognize that the game developer put in some work. But now imagine you just happen to be playing on Thanksgiving and you see a turkey, you'd be like, oh, maybe it was just coincidentally always a turkey. And you might never see that again to know that it was a special thing that happened. People looking to switch to a career in data science. I see. Well, things will probably ramp up really fast such that it seems easy at first. And then they're like, okay, well, now that you know variables and all of Python, now we're going to get into the hard hitting stuff. So we should get an achievement as soon as we cook this thing. Yeah, the achievement's still showing up here. I think I might need to restart Steam for that to go away. Still, let's test it and see if it's working. So we're going to do the same thing we did before, which is go beat this. And oh no. I just realized in the trailer I have a debug button that shows up. Oh no. I'm not going to go fix that. I'd have to re-record it. It's not that hard, but also like who's going to really see it? I didn't even see it. It's in here, isn't it? Yeah, there's a debug +1 button. Okay, well, let's just hope no one ever comments on that. It only just struck me now because I'm like, wait a second, didn't I remove all the debug buttons? I did not. Watch it be the first and most updated upvoted comment. Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, let's get the achievement. So let's speed this up. That did not grant an achievement. Granting the Cookbird achievement on Steam. Didn't actually do anything. That's weird. What could I have screwed up there? Has a right name. Let me take a look at this again. No, not that. I don't have it open anymore. All right, let's go back, get back to it then. I don't know how that could have gone wrong. Maybe hidden achievements don't do what I think they do. It should just mean that it doesn't show up in the list that everyone can see before unlocking them, right? Steam hidden achievements. Where is the documentation? Okay, well, how about this? Steamworks achievements. Step-by-step achievements. Okay, so let's search for hidden. What? They don't mention this here? That come on. Hidden achievement. If true, a hidden achievement does not show up on the user's community page at all until they've achieved it. Yeah. Okay. Call it an Easter egg and be done with it. Why didn't this work? Let's do save. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I just needed to close that. Okay, well, let's go to here. Open the console. Oh, come on. There. And then do reset all stats for the playtest version. And now I don't have any achievements. Yeah. And I'm going to try this one more time. I think the reason that failed is because of this cloud sync not working. So I think we just need to launch through here and get this to sync. Local save. Yeah, whatever. Continue. Didn't you want to re-record it anyway? Yeah, that's what I did yesterday, though. I spent all that time re-recording it. So that is the new trailer. And I don't want to go, like, upload the video to 7 different places now because I have a debug button in it. I think it's okay. It's just a tiny oversight. So if I hit continue... That's weird. Why'd we get the... That's weird. Why'd we get the Phoenix achievement when we haven't actually beaten them? Save right before beating Phoenixes. No such file or directory. No, no. All right, I'll just recreate it. Whatever. It wasn't that hard to do. Just a little annoying. So I continue. And then this is the file where we've already beaten these. So now I need to mark them as not defeated. Then reload. Then beat the Phoenixes. Then the bird appears. We speed this up. Click, click. Okay, so here we go. So let's see if this is timed correctly. We should get the achievement once this thing is cooked. Still didn't work. If I close the game, is it going to grant it to me? Why is that happening? Maybe I need to call force save to true. It might be that, in which case this was silly of me. Yeah, how do we normally call this? Mark achieved and store stats. This is not how we should do this, is it? Add achieved achievement, mark achieved and store stats. Oh, oh my God, I'm calling the wrong function. This requires us to have a reference to it. Okay. Maybe we should just emit a... how do I want to do this? Do we have a town achievement system? No, I think it exists in like the main game. Hey, Sarah. Wait, the town does own this thing. We just never call add achieved achievement. We do, actually. Okay, my bad. We could also just call force store stats on this. You're not supposed to call this frequently, though. Like, we could have just done this. Force store stats true. I don't like this, though. Set achievement. Yeah. All right, I'm still debating on how I want to do this. Because the other way we could do this is have the town listen for this happening, and then set it. I don't know. Let's just try this. No, this is stupid. Okay, fine. I'm going to do it the way that I should do it. Yeah. We could also just make the achievement system public, and then we wouldn't have a problem here. So maybe that's the way I'm going to go. Achievement system. Get private set. Good. And then from here, we do that. All right. Now we just restart and try one more time. So we have no achievements. It hasn't updated here. It probably doesn't matter too much. Hey, I'll go dev. Happy Monday. Okay, we can't just restart yet. We need to copy. Oh, we don't have the save file. Maybe I didn't save. Yeah, let's just hope I didn't save. If I didn't leave the game running for 5 minutes, it wouldn't have. It did. No, wait. What? Why did I get that achievement? Where does that show up? Ogre, Dragon, Enchantress, Slime, Phoenix. Yeah, why am I getting this? On Beat Elite instance for first time. It's just on loading the game. Yeah, if I just launch this again, it should break in there. That's very strange. Why is that happening? I'm getting the Phoenix achievement as soon as I launch the game, or as soon as I load for my save file. Hey, Giganto. And thanks, I'll go dev. It's this achievement. The only thing that grants this achievement is right here, and it's on Beat Elite instance for first time, which I'm not doing. I guess we could just reset this again. Maybe it's something on the Steam client side of things where this is stored somehow, and it's just going to keep trying to grant it to me every single time. Like, now I don't have the achievement. In fact, oh, you know, we could have checked is, did it say that it was granting it? It does say it's granting it. Why? All right, let's put a breakpoint there. Granting the, yeah, this. This might be fine. I just don't expect it. Yeah, something is calling this. What is it? Load from save data in the achievement system. Oh, it's in my save file. Oh my God. I did not realize. Okay, that's fine. I didn't even remember that that was the case. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so then ignoring that, we're going to get an achievement here. Sure. So it'll pop up. Whatever. Now we go do this. Beat them. And speed this up. And get our little bird character over there. Okay. So now here it is. Is this timed with this happening? I want to take a picture. Yeah, nice. Okay, perfect. That's it. That's the achievement. Add achievement for cooking the bird. I should probably publish a new version today. The bird achievement is very important. Okay, done. Turn this off. Okay, change the gold medal times. Fade in and out of the outro. So gold medal times, in order to figure out what the time should be, I pretty much need to play through the whole game again. I wonder if we should save that for tomorrow. Yeah. And what is test this? Make sure all achievements are possible. Okay, so we would do this right now. Got a new and trending. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, let's go take a look. Wow, that's fantastic for him. Yeah, right there. Game number 2. Sure hope that happens for Skeleseller. Let's see where we are on this list. Because we're now 8 days from launch. No, we don't even show up without scrolling down first, huh? Skeleseller. We are game number 63. I'm not going to be early access, no. He wasn't on popular upcoming, so it's pretty good. Yeah. I'm on popular upcoming, but I don't think I don't think it's actually helping so far. I think if you're far enough down the list, it just does nothing for you. Although there are some metrics I could probably look at for that. Now, granted, that's probably true of almost any website, right? If you listed like the top 1,000 Twitch streams, it's like, is stream number 1,000 getting much traffic from that? I don't even think you can do this. Maybe you can, whatever. But yeah, is it getting much traffic? Probably not. People just aren't scrolling that far to try to find things, right? So like, where are they scrolling to? They definitely look at like the top 5. Those just show up right there on the page. In fact, Steam on their widget, I think shows you like 8 or 10 games or something. Where is it? Popular upcoming 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, so they show you 10 right there. Once you're in this list, yeah, you probably get a ton of traffic. But you need to click upcoming releases, and then that shows you an extra maybe 10. And then popular upcoming will show you all of them. Everything with a date, pretty much. So, like, I wonder how far down this goes. We're still in 2026. Is there anything that made it to popular upcoming that's not launching for another year? No, it's stuck at loading more content now. What's the last one here that has a date and not just a ballpark? Yeah, it's probably gonna take a long time. Oh, there we go. No, those just say October and November. September 8th. Okay, yeah. So I kind of wonder too, how many of these games are gonna launch on their exact dates, and why only the ones in September? Oh no, the August ones have it too. Yeah, like that's pretty crazy to know 6 months in advance exactly the day you're gonna launch. How many wish lists? Tried to find it yesterday, but one site said 701 and that seemed off. Let's find out. 12,415. It's not really rising all that fast. I made some videos on TikTok that have been doing pretty decently. Actually, that sheet music one has like 70,000 views or something on TikTok. 2036, popular upcoming. Put Mysterious at the top of the list. Also, howdy. Hey, Filler. It's going pretty well. We're 8 days from launch. Feeling good. Feeling good. I need to do this before today. So if I don't have this today, I'm going to need to do this myself. And then this part, I guess. Feeling nervous yet? I don't know about nervous exactly. I haven't really been making big changes to the game, so I'm not too concerned that things are just going to break. Something that is a little bit tough and has always been tough for me is if you're still working on a game, then it means that you still have decided something is worth doing, which means that anyone who sees it before you're done with those things is seeing a not quite finished version of the game. So I actually had a relatively big influencer respond to me yesterday saying like, oh, they'll make a video this week. And I thought, oh man, I want to do like this, for example. I want to fade in the outro. I haven't done that yet though. So when they play, they're just going to jump right into the outro if they get to that point. And it's like, oh man, that's not really polished. I want to fix that. So yeah, it'll probably be too late for them to have the polished version. But I don't think I'm nervous exactly as a result of that. There are probably some nerves going on though. So, oops. How many issues do we have now? It should be 23, right? Yeah. And this is fixed too. Is there anything else? I mean, we're going to do that tomorrow. Yeah, I want to do this one right now. I'm not looking forward to this. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. Well, thanks, Filler. Yeah. How are you doing? Are you feeling better? Having live streamers play is so stressful. I think what's tough sometimes is that it's easy to take for granted that a person worked on a game. So when you're playing it, you're just like, oh, this sucks, or why didn't they do this, or whatever. Like, it's just your stream of consciousness as you play. And I mean, I'm not really that different when I'm playing games. Like, I recognize a lot of work might went into it, but like as a consumer, all I care about is, am I having fun? So yeah, sometimes, and sometimes I think the thing that's probably a little bit more stressful is, at least with live streaming specifically, like lots of streamers are just naturally distracted. They have chat going on, they have subscriptions, they've got some text to speech thing they're trying to listen to. So you're competing with all of that without you being able to do literally anything about it. Like, that's a layer on top of the game that you cannot even know exists. So yeah, there's some, voice in their head, like a voice actually talking to them through their speakers. And yeah, it's while they're trying to learn your game or focus on things. And it's just, yeah, sometimes they'll miss things, or they'll get frustrated and they'll blame your game for it. When, like I said, there's pretty much nothing you could do. Time really does help. Told my wife I was going to take 2 weeks off and already brainstorming new ideas. Wow. All right. Yeah. I'm glad to hear it. And yeah, I think time off while you're doing something that you find fun is good. Like yesterday, I got done working on all this trailer stuff. I emailed a bunch of press, and I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work on my April Fool's idea. So I did. And I spent, I don't know, maybe an hour on that or something. Is that the most important thing I could be doing right now? No, probably not. Almost certainly not. In fact, definitely not. But it was fun. All right, well, I've been procrastinating on this for long enough. So I didn't end up involving main at all, but we probably need to, so that we can fade the town out and then back in when leaving and entering and leaving the outro. We could just fade in and out the outro, can't we? I guess it depends on where we do this. Also, this is going to change the timing of the outro. So how about this? Let's start with a save file that actually has this unlocked. Save and load. And now we have it right here. So here's what happens right now. You click watch game outro, and it just snaps over to the next scene. It ideally should not do that. So where do we do this? Hey, Ollie, how many commits does your repository have? I think it's like 2,100. 2,200. But a lot of these are squashed. So for example, if you look at this looks like one commit, but it was actually, where's the number? It was actually 22. So it's hard to estimate how many we have, given that a lot of them are squashed. But yeah, maybe it's like 3,000 or something then. I'm not sure. All right, so yeah, where's this init called from? Here. So we just immediately add the outro scene. We could fade this in. I mean, that's not even hard to do. Fade functions fade in outro scene. Now, how long should we take to fade it in? That is for the intro to decide, I guess, because we have a fade in duration is 2 seconds. But we wouldn't be fading out the town. I don't know. Let's just see what this feels like. Yeah, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. So I think this is going to look weird. But if it doesn't, then that was very little work. Well, we have more to do with it, though. So let's turn on the sound for this. No, that looks super weird. It looks weird because we're fading in from transparent. We want to do like a fade to color sort of thing. Also, it looks weird because the outro does not do the viewport texture thing that I did, which I could go set up. I wonder if the guild needs to be part of that. Probably just these two things. Wait, the tile map layer isn't even used for this? Ooh. What? Why did that look strange then? This isn't right. Yeah, this isn't right. I'm just realizing this now. Yeah, we're not actually looking at the outro, I think. We're looking at a combination of stuff. Well, why are nav tiles showing? That's the part I don't understand here. There shouldn't be nav tiles. Oh, it's in this scene. Oh my god. Okay, I see. This might be a little harder than I thought. Yeah, we would need to put the environment, all the shop stuff into its own render texture. And that's assuming I even like that effect that just happened. All right, let's go take a look at that on the video. Yeah, the problem is really just with the... Yeah, I could render all this as one texture and then we wouldn't have this happening. What about the timing? It takes 2 seconds to fade in. Then they just immediately say, I don't feel so good. So what we could do is we could have them start a little bit earlier. And I just fade this in slightly better. Alternatively, do a fade to black kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know what I want. I just want it to look slightly better. So how about this? Let's go do what we did for the intro scenes. Did I take another? Oh, no. I forgot to take a break. I'm like, shouldn't ads start soon? But they've been running for 2.5 minutes. All right, whatever. All right, so a sprite and a sub viewport. And we need to offset everything. I think that's going to break everything. Yeah, because the environment renders, yeah. It's just some random offset. Okay, so fade to color would be best. Okay, well then how about we just put that into the scene itself? We have an animation player here. I could just cover the whole screen with a black rectangle. In fact, there already is one. What is this? Yeah, what is this? Where do we use screen cover? I guess we fade out the whole scene. Huh, interesting. So in start scene, I should modulate the screen cover differently. I also need to make it visible though, right? It's not visible right now. What sets the visibility of that? That's strange. That is strange. What makes that visible? Start scene shows it? Oh, just so we can see things. I mean, okay, I see. Sure. And fade out the screen cover? What? I'm so confused. Why didn't we see that then? I don't think this is working. Is this even called? I haven't changed anything, have I? I sure hope I haven't. Yeah, this. Just get rid of this. In fact, just delete the whole thing. Okay, so some kind of fade should be happening and isn't. Create tween. Show. So at this point, I mean, it wouldn't be till the next frame, but at this point, we should see a black screen. It just goes away immediately. Huh. Oh, that's weird. My chat's reconnecting. Yeah, I don't understand this. Did I mess something else up here? The screen cover is in the canvas layer. And its modulate is set to 1. We would fade it out. Is something else controlling this? I guess there's a reset over here. Maybe that's doing it. Where's screen cover? There it is. Modulate. Modulate is set to white. I don't know. I don't know. Start scene is in ready as soon as this is added to the scene tree. Maybe the animation player happens after that. Although, if we're making this, shouldn't we just delete this? I don't think this will have any effect. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah. So I think we just swapped the order of this and everything would probably have worked. Wow. I must have just coded this and then forgot to test it, or maybe I did something different. I'm not sure. And now I think it'll fade in from black. It still didn't. That is bizarre. Fade out. Tween modulate alpha to 0. Its alpha starts as 1, right? I'm missing something so obvious. Oh, it doesn't start at 1. It does in the reset. But then in start scene, it's not what I expect. Do we have something in like the negative area here? What does this do? I don't know what that even does. Oh. Sure. Why is that transparent? Times 0. This is the reset track, isn't it? Is this reset? It's so hard to tell. Here it is, sub resource. Yeah, it's this. And this has screen cover in here somewhere. There it is. Modulate 0. Okay, yes, good. So now what about when we're not in that resource? God, this is impossible to read in here. 17, etc. Yeah. Strange. All right, well, we could just run the fade in through the animation player and just not have any issues. Yeah, why don't we do that? Set this to white, and then at like the 1 second mark, just set it to transparent. And then just delete whatever I did over here. Show. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I think what was happening is we were setting this to transparent in the animation player. Well, I'm not totally sure how. But yeah, now when I click watch intro. Nice. So now that fades in. Am I happy with how? Yeah, I guess so. Let's watch and see how it fades out at the end. It might not. Yeah, it fades out. I think that's fine. I don't think we need to fade in the town necessarily. It'd probably be nice if we did. And maybe we could easily do it. Yeah, it'd probably be nice. Add child, fade functions, fade in town over the course of 2 seconds. So this is probably going to do some weird stuff. And that's an end outro. Is end outro called when you skip? Skip button. Pressed on skip. Goes to go back to game. End outro. Yep. Okay, great. So all we need to do now is just click the skip button and we'll be able to test what it looks like when you fade in the town. I think it's going to look weird because I think it's going to fade in the environment in some like weird way. And I don't think there's an easy way for us to solve that unless we use a black rectangle or something. So let's see what happens. No, that actually looks fine. Because it's in a viewport. Right? I mean, right as in it looks fine. Yeah, I think it's good. Okay. Well, then that's the feature. We're done. Wait, the intro uses a different fade in duration, right? No, it's the same. Fade the outro better. We now fade. So this isn't my ideal scenario, but it's close enough. I originally wanted to fade the town scene to black and then fade in the outro. Instead, we immediately show the outro and fade it in from black. When showing the town again, we fade in from transparency. I should probably test this one more time from the beginning. We can skip through half of the outro by just speeding up the whole game. The thing about clicking the dialogue, there's a little strange. Maybe that should work on the next frame then. Yeah. So you click this button. We just immediately enter the outro. This should happen after 1 frame. Yeah. Or wait a second, couldn't we just have done this in the other way? call on the next frame so that you don't see the dialogue after the outro ends. All right, call next frame. Can we just delete this? Yeah, nice. All right. Here we go. Let's not speed it up to like 4x, but I don't want to wait very long for this, so we'll speed it up by a little bit. There, that's good. Oh, now we don't have the thing. Okay, we'll make a new game. Thankfully, it's dead simple to do this. It doesn't speed up the sounds. It's okay. You're never supposed to be in turbo mode for this. It's still showing that dialogue for an extra frame. It's like dismiss isn't actually working. What does this do? Calls hide dialogue. Yeah, it calls hide dialogue. Which fades it out? Oh. Oh. So it will show up anyway. I wonder if there's a way to just hide it immediately. In which case we probably didn't need to do this. When the dialogue plays while still in the town. Doesn't show after the outro is done. Yeah, this is a little weird. My chat is somewhat dead. Let me just see if that's chat or if that's me. It's chat. That is fine. Every once in a while over the years, I'd be like, huh, chat's been quiet for a while. And it turns out I just needed a refresh or something. Hey, Batman, I'm alive. All right, good. Well then. Nothing's wrong. ABC. Lots of lurking. LOL. So yeah, plays the sound over there. It still plays a sound afterward. What? Yeah, what? I don't know what's doing that. I assume it's dismissing the dialogue that's doing it. Although this doesn't actually play a sound, does it? No, it's clicking the button that should play the sound. New dialogue, not play sound. Oh man, I don't want to keep doing this. We could just wait one other frame. Not sure if you did voting. Oh, that'll be in a week. And yeah, I hope you have a good day. Enjoy the time with your parents. Ciao. See you later, Leap Year Girl. By the way, happy belated non-birthday. I don't know if I ever said that. I know you didn't have a birthday this year. But I just realized that I think I only know one other person who has their birthday on February 29th. And it never struck me that I don't... Well, I guess we're not super close, but I don't wish them a happy birthday on like March 1st or on February 28th. Hey, Lucy, how's it going? It's going pretty well. How are you doing? I'm making progress. I mean, nothing at this point is super important. So these are just little things that I want to fix about the game or improve somehow. I'm gonna just change this for a second. Let's just see what happens here. What is this? 2? Still want this sound effect to play like this. .5 leap years now. Nice. All right, we're gonna do this yet again. Just want to hear if the sound plays before or afterward or what. Does not make a sound. Okay. Whew. I don't know why we need to wait 2 frames for that. The button itself is button with sounds, which probably comes from that. Yeah, add button sounds apparent. Add button sounds apparent does what? Enable press sound, parent on pressed. Just calls play sound. This is not delayed, is it? Town audio player.play. Just calls play stream. Yeah, I don't see why this would happen. Why is waiting 1 frame not enough? Oh, unless you press dialogue options by mouse down and not by mouse up. In which case, this is never going to work. No, you press them by mouse up. Strange. Okay, I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah. All right. I mean, you technically could, in those 2 frames, open up another dialog box and activate it again. Hopefully that's not a problem. You could just keep track of a Boolean that tells you not to do that. Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to check this in. This is 1238. And we'll go look at this one more time. Yeah, that does it. Yeah, I also stopped the dialogue that spawns the outro from making a sound after the outro is done. Okay, so that one's finished. I mean, I guess we can do some playtesting today. I actually don't want to do... I haven't thought about this. I want to reach out to more people. I don't have a list of those people. The ones I did reach out to recently, it hasn't been like super successful or anything. Some people have agreed to play it. They'll probably have some videos this week. I actually did see that one person I reached out to... Well, that's weird. It doesn't show here. Oh, because I'm not searching for Skelezeller. Yeah, one person I reached out to scheduled their video. Yeah, this person, Game Request. So her video will come out on the 13th. And that's it. No one else like already recorded and scheduled it. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Like, she already played this. So whatever I'm doing now is not going to make it into that video because the video's done. So I got to figure out what's still important to do for these things. Hideo, are you in chat by any chance? I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, so what time is it? It's 11:02. Man, there's something I think I'm pretty decent at math. And yet something that will forever baffle me, I don't know why, is I just cannot figure out how time zone changes work. Like, we just went 1 hour back. So my body thinks it's noon, which is why I'm hungry right now. Which is why I'm opening up a buffer and typing the time like it's lunchtime. Anyway, what I was going to figure out here is, what should today and tomorrow look like? Like, the most important remaining task is playtesting. And I guess tasks, playtesting and marketing. We went ahead. Oh, right. We went ahead. I keep saying that. It's spring forward. Yeah. That part I understand, and I'm just an idiot about. But okay. So why am I hungry? That is the question. We went ahead. So my body thinks it's 10. Anyway, yeah, playtesting and marketing. I want to publish a new version of the game today. I think I just need to come up with what I suspect the French for this is. And if it ends up being wrong, then it's wrong. Alternatively, I mean, who's going to record a video in French in like the next day? Probably nobody. Hey, Toulouse. COVID was 7 years ago. COVID was multiple years, though, of time. I feel like isolation kind of stopped in what, 2022 or late 2021 or something like that, which wasn't as long ago. Also, I don't think lockdown really started till 2020, right? Which was 6 years. I mean, I know the coronavirus had 19 in the name, right? Oh, man. A little bit torn. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know exactly what I want to do. We have, yeah, I'm very torn here. I think I should probably do stuff off stream this afternoon. Yeah, we can do this the next time I stream, which I don't know if it will be tomorrow exactly. Let me fill out the journal before I forget and sync these things. Yeah, I don't know. This is one of the tough things about launching is you probably have more things that you want to do than the time that you have to do them. So how do you prioritize? And in this case, I guess I'm prioritizing for the people who are going to see the version at launch and not the people who are going to watch influencers playing the game. So what do we do here? Oh yeah, merge some PRs. And those are pretty important. And this has 5 commits. What do we work on? Pretty minor stuff, really. On minor improvements from the backlog. Bird achievement is very important. I'm so torn. Like, let's say I stopped now and just wanted to do marketing. I don't know what I would even do at this point. Has there been any buzz about Skelecell? I don't think anyone would have done something in the past like day, but there's something I missed. no. This is what I was saying on TikTok. This thing got like 70,000 views. Oh yeah, how's this doing? Did anyone talk about Skeleseller more? Just the one person still? Oh, yay. Okay, well, I'm guessing that's it. Nope. I was just about to type a comment that says Skeleseller and nothing else. Oh, another one. How nice. Let's also upvote that. You could obsessively browse social media and Google for Skeleseller mentions. Oh, I've already been doing that. My mental health is through the roof. Yeah, well, it's kind of funny. So I made those TikTok videos, and most of them, it's like 95% Skeleseller stuff, and then 5% was Godot. And when I say percentages, it doesn't really matter. It's like 11 videos were Skeleseller, and 1 video was Godot. And I know that's not how you get 5% of something. But this video, people are seemingly much more critical than with the Skeleseller stuff. Like I've had people say things like, well, one, the audio quality had something messed up, which I didn't ever figure out what happened there. But people were saying like random stuff that was unrelated to the video that had to do with Godot. Darn it, what were the comments? There was something else that was... Oh, yeah. There were a couple of people who were like, oh, this is why you don't download fonts. It's like, we made our font. All right, I don't know. I want to do another push. I think I just need to come up with a French thing for this myself. A couple bots. You think there are bots on TikTok? I actually don't know. I don't really use TikTok. And yeah, I don't see the same patterns I see with at least bot accounts on YouTube. All right, let's translate this here. So French, new run, new, what does this translate to? Part? I want the other. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, let's copy this. I think this is what we'd write for this. And if this is wrong, then I don't know. Yeah. Okay, hopefully I didn't just reuse translation. Oh, this already existed somewhere else? Well, well, well. New game. Yeah, that should work then. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. Edit to, I want to release the updated strings. Build in. Which should be correct based on other strings and what another French speaker said in chat. Okay, cool. Yeah. Hey, Torque. Final week. Final week. You know, I thought about an idea yesterday that I don't know why I just never considered. It's not like this is super novel, but what if Skeleseller does very well and I just don't support it? What if I just move on to the next game anyway? Because I've said this a bunch of times before, but like I don't have other ideas I wanted to do with Skeleseller and didn't get to do. It's a complete game. It's, yeah. And any extra work I do for it would be in the hopes that more people play it, I guess, because it's not like I'd be getting paid for that work. I'm buying on a release date. Yeah, thank you. I will say this. So I want to mention this a lot in the next week, but it's like critical that you get 10 reviews on Steam, which means that anyone who plays early on should review the game. I'm not saying it should be positive. I'm saying just review it however you'd want to review it. But yeah, so if you're like, oh, hey, the game started slow and you leave a negative review, totally fine. We just need to get to 10 reviews. Hey, Superchunk. People still code without an agent. I mean, I do use Copilot, but I just use it for smart autocomplete. So I don't tend to vibe code things. All right, so we should have every string now for new run. Whoops, I refreshed the wrong page. Thank you, Torque. I appreciate it. Yeah. So English, German, Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, and French are all done. So now let's go get ready for the release here. So this is finished. And now we need to pull this stuff in. Okay, I'm going to go do all of these same things. So let's go over to this project, Skeleseller. I definitely get those 10 reviews. Hey, Serena. I'll definitely get them. The thing is, I need to get them quickly. Then Steam will hopefully present the game to more people. By the way, Serena has offered to stream the game. I don't know what your schedule is for that. But yeah, definitely follow her. And we can all watch at some point together. Let's go find this repository maintenance. Yeah, so I want to lock this. This should cause the 5 pending units to go out. So now it says 4. It should go down to 0. Yep, now it says 5 outgoing here. That should also go down to 0. Good, perfect. Okay, so we should have the 5 changes that we made in here somewhere, right? Translated using all of those languages. Good. And all of these should look like just the word new game, right? Yeah. Okay, so now what do we do? Commit and push, pull from your dev machine. Yep. All right, now make a new branch. Good. Generate the PO files. Yeah. Generate. This should remove a string. Oh yeah, I also updated the outro thing, so I guess it changed some line numbers. I actually really don't like that. I don't think people need to know the line numbers, and all it's doing is polluting these changes. I should probably write myself a note about this for the future. When localizing the next game, maybe don't output line numbers. Oh, but then you wouldn't know nearby strings, would you? Don't like how it pollutes the diff. Then again, it probably helps for knowing nearby strings. Yeah. You basically got a week. That's right, Katie. Also, hi. Haven't figured out an exact time on the launch day, but Def will be streaming it. Boyfriend also loves skeletons, so I'm gonna gift him the game. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, so I am not trying to rush you or anything. Anytime on or after March 12th is totally fine with me. And I haven't explicitly found any influencers to cover it after launch, but presumably I'm going to need some momentum after launch too. So if you were like, oh, it doesn't fit in my schedule, I want to cover it on March 25th or something, that's also totally fine. So yeah, there's no rush. There's no real stipulations. By the way, this goes for anyone. If anyone wants to stream Skeleseller, I guess you could stream the demo now if you wanted to, although I don't recommend doing that. I recommend waiting till launch. All right. Yeah, this is looking good. So remove the script-based new run string. Okay, good. Publish. Now we go merge that. March 12th. I thought it was out on the 17th. Sorry, I might have said something wrong. March 12th is when the video embargo ends. And March 17th is the launch. So yeah, launch is in 8 days. But all the people who I reached out to ahead of time or who reached out to me, I'm letting them make videos at least as soon as the 12th. But yeah, I don't know what I just said earlier. So this is the proper thing. So whatever I said earlier, ignore. Hey, Shine. Much rather support this than Call of Duty number 37 and Battlefield 45. Well, Battlefield 43 is where it really started picking up. That's when they added grenades. Okay, so now what? Make changes, PR them through GitHub. Yep. Okay, generate. Glad I'm releasing this. I feel like I'm racing the clock for some reason, but no one's probably going to be making a video today, but I just don't want this achievement in the game. And I got to publish on Steam for that to be there. So now switch back. And then unlock web late. Good. Okay, so now everything should be 100% translated on here, right? Yes. Other than Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. Which, by the way, I don't know why Russian never showed up on my radar, but apparently Russian market's pretty big. Number of Russian gamers. That's a lot more than I thought. Ranking 11th globally in 2018 with 65.2 million players, spending 1.7 billion on video games. Yeah, so I might need to add that too. I probably should write that. Where's the issue? I'll just search for CJK. All right, I'll put this here. Russian would probably be good. There are apparently like more than 70 million gamers. Thought there was a secret release date. I mean, there kind of is because I'm sharing stuff with influencers already. In case certain hours overlap, don't want to get in trouble. Then for launch, maybe another one later in the month. Yeah, totally up to you. And there's no getting in trouble. Don't worry about that. I mean, technically, even if you streamed it today or something, it's not the end of the world. But I'd like to keep the launch media clustered. The big on Dota 2 and CSGO. I think, yeah, I guess there's got to be some sort of like country affinity for some of these games. And I knew about CSGO for some reason. I think WoW was also pretty big in Russia. I feel like League of Legends was popular everywhere. This is use like update, translation, submodule. All right, we're in good shape now. So now I want to do a launch. This is done. Bird achievement, publish a new version. Yeah, let's go do that. And we just need to publish a new version for the full game. Now, technically, I should be doing this stuff from main, but I'm not going to do that. This legal department is huge. I have 400 lawyers just waiting. I just point my finger and they go sue that person into oblivion. And if there were 2 people standing there, well, too bad. That's Fallout I'm willing to accept. All right, engage privacy mode. I gotta... Oh, this is cutting me off. Let me just lean in. I actually don't really care about that. What is happening right now? Steam X Tournament. Okay. Give me a sec. Where's my phone? Gotta use Steam Guard. Approve. Okay, I think we're good. So now I can run the release tool again. 100 lawyers, 4 times that. I can see your password in the reflection of your glasses. I don't even think it ever showed in plain text. But what you would be able to see in the reflection of my glasses is my fingers on the keys, which is why I hide the keyboard camera too. Because I bet if I just type something, like if I do this, I don't think you'd be able to tell just from looking at my fingers right there at all what I just typed. But if you looked at my key map and then you like went frame by frame, you could probably figure it out. By the way, I'm typing something right now. All right, so we want the release version 0.9.9. Now we just let this run. I don't think it's worth publishing patch notes for this, because the only people who could get the patch notes would be people I sent release keys to, which even then, I think only like 23 people have claimed them. Where's the news for this here? March 2nd? It's March 9th now. I don't think we need to do anything here. Also, it's not like this is getting a lot of views, right? 92. And do I have anything to hype up? What have I done in the last week? What have I done? Snake Buddy to-do items. I kind of intermingled some of these updates, so it might be hard to untangle them. Run an allocation, make this better. Okay, so a lot of perf stuff. Oh yeah, the sheet music. That already made it in though, right? Yeah, that made it in. A couple of people on TikTok were saying I should really put something in the game saying that that exists, because I definitely did not do that. So the only way you'd ever find this is if you right click and go down to browse local files, and then you'd find it in the extras folder. But yeah, the game should probably tell people this. The thing is, I still think it's like 1% of players that actually care about that or do something with it. Where do we stand on this release process? Okay, still chugging. Oh, reflection on my shirt buttons. I didn't think of that. Actually, glasses into monitor, into shirt buttons, onto the keyboard. I got to think of CSI level enhancing. You can hear by the clickiness. Actually, so this was an attack vector. Someone trained an AI back in the pre-LLM days on a like MacBook keyboard, the sounds that they make based on how you type each key. And they could sort of reverse engineer what was typed just based on the sounds. There was also some crazy technology that people had, which was you could be like outside of someone's apartment and I forgot how this worked. It was like based on the vibrations of the sound waves. I don't remember enough of this, but anyway, it was another one of those, like you could figure out what was being said in a room or typed or yeah, I don't remember the details. It was years ago. You plan on doing Twitch drops? I know a lot of people with that class A hoarder mental illness for Twitch drops. I am not planning on doing it. I think the way that Twitch drops kind of generally work in my experience is you're already playing a game that you like. And then it's a like win-win-win of the viewer gets a reward, the streamer gets more viewers, and the game gets more coverage. But that's a game that you already like. So for Skeleseller, I think if it's like, hey, here's a drop in a game you've never played before, it could potentially work as an advertisement. But the other problem is I don't know how you actually get onto the Twitch drop system. How to onboard. They even have something about this. How to earn drops. How do you like be a company that signs up for drops? Watch, it's gonna go through like 7 more redirects. Okay, there were 3 more, I think. Maybe 2 more. What are you trying to do? How to earn drops, priorities and counting, additional FAQ, viewer, streamer. Yeah, I don't know how you sign up for these. I think you need some amount of sway. I don't know what that level of sway is. But yeah. I suppose it might be 1% that would look in the folder and 1% that would actually want to see it. No idea where you'd put it in the game though. Well, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Yes, naturally, very few people would look in that folder. But let's say you like the soundtrack. So you then go to YouTube and you find that someone did a piano cover of it. Then in the comments, you're like, where do you find the sheet music? And people are like, oh, it's in the folder. This is the flow that I think would happen. I think word of mouth could actually spread this. But that's assuming that people even want to play it in the first place from the first people who found out about it through the TikTok and YouTube videos that I did. So anyway, we'll see how that pans out. This should be done, right? Yeah, it's done. So now I just got to put this live. I really, really want this achievement to be in for whoever might record a video in the next like couple days. And there, now it is live. Any indicator in the game yet to tell players about the sheet music? No. No. Hey, Patata. Did you have a look at Twitch Developer? Might be the place to go for drops. I have not looked. I'm not planning on doing drops, just to be clear. And I don't think it would probably benefit me too much. The other thing I need to figure out if I were to do drops is like, what are we giving out? So in general, you either give a progression thing or a cosmetic thing. We don't really have either one. It can't be progression, actually. The game's too short for you to be like, oh, let's shave off an hour or something. So it had to be a cosmetic. And maybe... Actually, you know something that could work? We could take... This is kind of funny. And I'm not positive it would work, actually, but we have me in the game. I could wear a Twitch hoodie instead of a blue shirt. That's the only thing you could change. That would actually be kind of decent. Also, it'd be easy to do because I could just make that change myself, change all the blue to purple. But I don't think that's like a fun reward. Also, it's probably a lot of like connecting things that I need to figure out. Yeah, that would work. Yeah. Or class or skill. Yeah, but that involves like I'd have to like develop a whole thing for this. Just changing a shirt purple wouldn't be too bad, I think. Nookrium, I hope he's gonna play it. I don't know if I've gotten a response from Nookrium. I definitely reached out to them. Let me see. Let me check my mail. No, I did not get a response from them. Yeah, but who knows? Maybe they'll cover it. When you have a certain amount of YouTube subscribers or Twitch subscribers, I think you just get blasted by everybody who's got a game that they want covered. So it's very unlikely to be seen. Oh, in fact, you know what I should do? I should follow up with the influencers I haven't heard back from. Make sure to check my spreadsheet first. There were some people I didn't want to bother. Looks like you need a dev organization in the Twitch dev, but here's the documentation. I imagine it's a decent amount of effort on your part to set up too, yeah. Looking for drops as a viewer, streamer. Okay, sets up. Page discusses how to set up drops campaign, including creating a reward, testing the campaign, making it available for all users. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do this. Also, I wonder how much effort it takes to go from not knowing how to do any of this to doing the first one of these. Because once you go from the first to the second, it's probably a lot easier. I think the marginal cost reduces, but that initial cost is probably pretty steep for me at this point. Yeah, maybe an anniversary thing. Yeah, could be. Here's a better link. I wonder how popular the game would have to get for me to do this. Like, did Stardew Valley ever do something like this? Terraria might have, but I kind of doubt it. Twitch drops. Also, drops are usually a time-limited thing, which makes sense for games that have a subscription or some kind of ongoing cost. Streamer items. Oh, wow. This is an even cooler way of doing this. Well, they didn't add very many of those. I asked him once how many games he had in his Steam library. At over 10,000. Yeah. Yeah, I had someone reach out to me today or maybe yesterday. I've never actually seen this before. It was a Steam curator who asked for an emailed key. So if they're actually the curator, there's a whole Curator Connect system that lets you send them keys in a way that they can't go sell. But this particular curator kind of baffled me a bit. They had like 400 reviewed games. All of them were thumbs ups, including some games that had mixed reviews. And there was no written text anywhere. So as far as I can tell, I think this is my guess, and I haven't named any names, so I think they're just trying to collect as many games as possible and then eventually sell the account. Or just play a bunch of games for free. I don't know. But I don't think it's actually to help developers. And yeah, I don't think I'm gonna even respond to the email. Just, yeah, something's fishy about that. Twitch doc has too many letters. All right, publish a new version is done. So we could do the screenshots. What time is it? 11:32. We could do the screenshots. We could do some play testing. I mean, the screenshots, I don't think they're probably super important. I did just update the trailer yesterday. The screenshots all have the old town menu. Yeah, maybe let's do that. I've never enjoyed this process, but it shouldn't be that hard to do. Yeah. 100% scam. And if it's an emailed key, they're just going to sell it. Yeah, that's what I would expect. It's just the part that was weird to me is like, okay, I have my email address. Imagine if I were a Steam curator and you saw this on that page. You were like, oh, that's Adam@skeleseller.com. That's the email address that they emailed me from. So it does match what's on their page. But like I said, if they were actually a curator, they would probably know that this is not how you'd send keys out. But even if it were that person, I don't think there's probably any value in it for me. Because it's not like they're adding a blurb. There are people who've played Skeleseller and have reviewed it. Somewhere in here we can find that. Where is it? Yeah, one curator. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. It's just one. But yeah, if you look at this person, they put some text here. Promising upcoming game. I would encourage trying the demo. Like, this is actually valuable to developers. If all you do is literally every single game you ever play just says thumbs up, then what's the point? Like, how do you know they actually enjoyed the game or really enjoyed it? Or just kind of enjoyed it? Hey, Lava Cake, you have the most unique way of looking at a clock. I could just hover at the top of the screen. But usually the time is followed by writing more notes. I tend to hesitate because usually if you're not in the field, then any advice is probably helpful. I think giving and taking feedback both are skills. And any consumer can, and I'm going to say this in small text here, should give feedback on things, not on everything you necessarily do. But then I think as someone who's collecting that feedback, I need to figure out enough context to find out whether it's valuable. And it can mean anything. So as an example, someone might say something like, I was confused when I opened the game. This is practically meaningless because some people will open the game and see a black screen and be confused because it's blank. But that's a bug. Right? That's not even like oh, hey, the tutorial was difficult or something. So this is almost worthless feedback. They should probably say like, here's what happened and here's what I expected. Now it becomes valuable feedback. So if all you saw was the first sentence, you'd have to reach out to this person and be like, okay, what happened? Like, do you have a screenshot? What can I learn from this? I think the same thing happens with any opinions that come about. And I've seen this happen a lot on Steam. If you go to the community hub for Skeleseller, you'll see some discussions here where people give, well, I don't know, they just say demo feedback. And there's a lot of these things. So people have asked for all sorts of stuff. And I need to filter this through my design philosophy for the game and then figure out what I'm actually doing. How do I then respond to these people and make it, like I do read through their feedback and I consider it, but it doesn't necessarily mean I just blindly accept it. So yeah, I think my point of saying all of that is I think you should still give feedback and just leave it to the person accepting it to filter through it and figure out what's valuable. Like the witty, poetic, funny reviews, certain types of games. Yeah, I don't mind it for reviews so much, especially if it's positive. If it's positive and you have a joke in there, that's fine. If it's negative and your whole point of the review is kind of for a joke, I think that's a little less fine. I see that with viewers so much, they never want to elaborate. Yeah. And most people don't have that skill by default. All right, so let's do this now. Take new screenshots. We're just going to match all the existing screenshots that we had. So, and I need to update this on both websites. Okay. Anything I should know about the sizes of these graphics? Like, is this the same as the other one? Let's just save this here for a second and find out how big it is. XP1T. Where is this? There it is. All right, I want the dimensions of this. I'm guessing it's 1080p. It's not. It's actually the super high res version of this. Is that necessary? Is that a bad thing? Can someone go to this page on a 1080p monitor? If you click this image, does it load like what you see on my screen, or is it like double the size of the screen? Because I imagine Itch is going to do that in its image viewer here. Just handle that for you. But it also makes me wonder, what's the point of even rendering it in 4K? It does probably... No. All right, fine. Well, let's go take some new images then. So we got to recreate this one. Let's get to it. Auto scales. Okay, cool. Thanks, Deleuze. Oh, an ad starting? Okay, I skipped the last break, so I'm actually going to take this break. You can all play Jump Royale. Is it jump time? It's jump time. Hello, hello. Hey, April. Congrats, Adam, for this great game and all your great work. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I like the music. Yeah, I composed it for the past game that I did, Botland, and I just ended up throwing it in here. For those who have never, excuse me, played before, hang on one second. You join just by typing join, and then J and a number will jump. Positive numbers are to the right, and negative numbers are to the left. But that's it for now. Close the game. I want to get these screenshots. So this is number 1. Just the armor shop, a couple of customers, a couple of items. You don't need sound for a screenshot. And I want to full screen this. So I got to remember that before I finish this. All right, so we're zoomed in pretty far. We're going to fully upgrade the shop. And we want to allow some item stacking here. Actually, you know what we could do? We could like totally curate this. Do we ever have stacks of 3? We do. Okay. So, oh, you know what we could do? We could do it this way. I have a great idea. Wait, no, we should let this play out a little bit. And then add a bunch of customers. And then speed it up a little bit more. I want them to not be there. And then let's do that. Save settings, full screen. Yeah, they should not be there. Okay. Oh, and watch outro shouldn't be there either. All right, well, we could just get rid of it for right now by doing this. We're going to have 98,000 money, though. Fine, I'll get rid of that, too. Set this to something like 1723. Great. Now load. And generate some customers. Speed it up a bit. And get ready to take a picture. Right about there. Oh, I don't want the cursor in the picture. Is it going to have the cursor in the picture? No, it won't. Are customers coming? I sure hope so. Customers. Where are you? There you are. I don't like how I took that. Let's try that again. Hey, sad customer. You'll be happy after you buy these red cloaks in my town. Man, how fast does this need to be going? They're walking away. Okay, we might need to engineer this scenario a little bit more. And I don't really like that as a screenshot. Where are the customers? I see only 2. Did I not click this button? Is this not working? Okay, it's definitely working. Well. All right, let's load again. Let's just make 10 customers. So now they should definitely be spawning over there, right? Yes. Good, good, good. And they're going to come over here. And they're going to want all of these wares. There we go. This is why I don't like this process. Because either I need to write code to like force the scenario I want, or I need to... Okay, here we go. There. It's probably pretty good. Okay. Let's save that. So I'll put these all in here. New Steam and itch screenshot. It's going to be, I don't know, shop. Okay, next screenshot is the farm and the fishing pond and nothing's happening. So this should be very easy to go get. Not two. This. These should all be gone. That should be gone. There. Okay, so now we zoom in a little bit, right? Oh, we shouldn't have a quest. We could just take that picture without that visible. I didn't want workers picking this stuff up, though. So for that, we gotta go change the workers being able to move stuff. Ventures, holding on to 89. Where's that? Here. Except for not that one, this. Okay, now they can't hold items. So I just load, click that, save again, and then spawn a bunch of crops, click a few of these so that I don't have 0 wisdom sludge, and then take a picture of this. And actually, with it holding a pumpkin is probably kind of nice for the picture. Yeah. Look at that. Okay. Oh, you only have 1 fish, though. Oh. I've ruined it. I need 1,000,000 fish. They're holding a carrot this time. I think that's still good. Okay, so there's our next picture. Oh, I wanted to get it when we didn't have the exclamation mark showing, because that kind of draws attention to the picture. All right, we'll get this. There was no chance. I should probably just hide it. Yeah, it's only not showing for like 1/10 of the time or something. Oh, fine. So where do we do that? We could actually just, you know what, we could do this. We could just finish every, oh no, but that'll give us workers. Available action indicator in the tavern. We'll just never show this. Done. Cutting together 2 screenshots should be fine. Yeah, it's just a little bit extra work than modifying this line of code. I wonder how I'm going to feel this weekend. I wonder if I'm going to be a basket case. I probably will be. Okay, there we go. Screenshot obtained. Export farm. Okay, next screenshot is a fight against the dragon. All right, so I got feedback from someone saying that in the trailer, having a window covering part of the screen was a little bit confusing. However, I think in these screenshots, it won't be confusing because you'll have the other parts of the UI to contextualize it. So I do want to just replicate this shot, I think. So large battle window, a couple of different entities, and the dragon shooting fire at everybody. We need to start a new game for that. We should get that and that. Turn those things off. Probably get the warehouse too. We'll do that in a second. Cool. All right, so to get to the dragon, we need to beat all of the intermediate places. And done. Let's get armor. I can't afford that. Now I can. We save and load. I want to give myself a little bit of money, but I don't have a cheat for a little bit. I have a cheat for 10,000. Yeah, then I guess we need to modify the save file. I want like 700. And that'll let us hire every adventurer. And get the tavern. World's first any percent. Any percent would be click grant most things, and I've beaten the game. Now we just need players to figure out how to launch the dev menu. All right, so I'll save again, and we'll load it with modified wisdom sludge this time. Oh, wait, no, we don't need to do that. I added a cheat for us to be able to change the level of these characters. Although even that we don't really need, as long as they don't die super quickly. But let's level them up to level 3. And now spend their skill points. Make sure to get the zombie leader in there. And then I want to unlock this. And let's get some of these carrots. Again, just don't want zeros in the UI. You don't want zeros, and you don't want like a trillion to be in there. You don't want dev numbers. No one's going to probably really care that much, but it's just a nice little touch. Okay, so now we zoom in there. Buy this, save this. And wait. Okay. Come on, there. Did I get it? I think I got it. Oh no, it deleted the picture because it had it. Oh no. All right. Well, this is a picture of a losing battle. And I know you can't see it right now anyway. Let's just reload the game. So I want this to be like so. I want there to be some carrots here. Now I want to take a picture as fireballs are being shot. But there was a banner at the left side that I wanted to wait for. Not really capturing it at the right time. It's good. It's probably not obvious that these are coming from the dragon. Yeah, I think it's okay. Let's save that. Dragon. Okay, next up is the... Wait, what happened here? I did that. I did not do this one. This is just make a new game, get the mage. Okay. Get the mage. Go over to here. We need to unlock that location. And then just save and load. And take a picture of that. Trying to get the tooltip to be in like just the right spot. And we need to digitally add in the mouse cursor. Hey Flair, how you doing? Ogre. I did not have the cursor here. Huh, interesting. Oh, I didn't show the tooltip. I should probably just not have the tooltip showing then, huh? Yeah, maybe like that. Okay, that might look better. Okay. Next screenshot, we have the farm already. So we took those, took that one. Now this is a screenshot of some level 4 and 5 adventurers and just hovering over a skill. Can we do anything else? Nope, that's it. Then that's all we have. Okay, so we only have 2 left. All right, so we get some more adventurers. Let's cheat. How shall I cheat? Show all signs, unlock everything. Go fight over here just to get some money. There. Now we have a lot of items. I want to build all the shops. Sell these swords. We can't afford that yet. But we will rapidly be able to afford it by cheating. All right, but why would I have needed to do any of that? Oh, right, so that I could hire any adventurer that I want to hire. Okay, so we save. Actually, let's just grant a bunch of money. So I'm just going to replicate the image. Archer, mage, witch doctor, paladin. Archer, witch doctor, paladin. Okay, now save and cut out some money. There. Oh, wait, we need wisdom sludge too, huh? All right, well, do we have any items for sale? No, we do not. Let's grant some. And then while that's running, I will upgrade these. Rogue is level 5, everyone else is level 4. Then we just put points into random stuff. And take a picture of this hovering over bursting horde. Yeah, but we need the farm or else this is impossible. So we just put this into there. We get the farm. We get some wisdom sludge. We probably upgrade that a tiny bit more. We need 100 gold for that though. We're at 85. Won't somebody buy my goods? All right, well, this will do it. There. Get some carrots. $26 gold. I need 70. Oh, wait, we could just speed this up, right? There we go. Okay. So I want to take a picture of this hovering over here, probably with, let's just have the guild in the background. Like that. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So we call this skills. And then we need the like full everything happening. By the way, even this screenshot, this didn't have the treasure room before. And it had the old exclamation mark, which shouldn't have made it into the screenshot in the first place. But yeah, this one shouldn't be as bad to do because all we're showing is the overworld and then some battles, but the battles need to be ongoing. So here we can click grant most things and then go get it all. All right, I'm gonna complete every quest. Good. Get that, get that, get that. Get this fully upgraded. Get this maxed out. Hey, who cares? Thanks for the resub. GL with launch day. I really appreciate it. Yeah, there's so much that I could do when it comes to marketing. You know, I feel like that sheet music thing that I did, I was doing it because I just thought it was nice and I wanted to do it. But it ended up being a great marketing gimmick too. It makes me wonder what other ideas would end up working. Because I've tried some of these in the past and they haven't really worked out. Not sheet music stuff specifically. Oh, sorry, Flair. I hadn't seen your response. I'm doing so bad. Grove didn't get into some festival I submitted it into, and I sort of assumed I wouldn't care. But it hit me on a real confidence downswing. Did they say why or anything? Because from what I understand, basically anyone who's covering games is flooded with games. Whether it's a festival, whether it's an influencer. And I likened this to interviewing or online dating. But these things are, at some point, they're numbers games. Like, you might try to find a perfect job and there's a listing and you feel like your experience matches perfectly, but that interviewer just was having a bad day and they just didn't think you were a good fit. It's like, okay, yeah, you just have to try again at some point. I think with festivals, I don't know what goes into choosing games for a festival. I've never been on that side of things. But yeah, they're probably getting like so many applications that maybe they missed some. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they had some criteria for being accepted. So anyway, I would say as much as possible, I'm sure you rationally understand this, try not to fret about it. But yeah, I know emotionally it hits pretty hard. And also any of that stuff can be shaky because I think validation around game dev is sort of tough to come by. You have your players and hopefully they're giving positive feedback. And I know you've shared that you have gotten positive feedback before, but then you have your whole marketing campaigns and whatever you're doing there. And a lot of this is delayed feedback if it's even going to be positive. And again, that's why this is so similar to interviewing or finding a job. It's like you go and you do 5 interviews in a day for somebody, and then you don't find out till the next week or 2 weeks later. And yeah, it's such a future determining decision that it can be challenging. They just pick like 30 games out of 435. Yeah, that's a very, very small acceptance ratio. That's like 7%, right? Are you going to Gamescom in August? I'm not a convention person. I've been to like one real convention. I went to BlizzCon a while ago. And I've been to some like meetup kinds of things. I just don't like these scenes. And meetups especially. So I'm a very introverted person. I'm social when I'm around people, but it drains me. And when I go to meetups, I feel like I'm bombarded by inauthenticity by the people who are there. As an example, I went to one like a Seattle meetup for pretty much for streamers. And man, I guess sounds funny to say, but I think streamers are very used to having an audience tailored to them, and they talk to those people, and the viewers tend to listen to them because that's why they're there. They're there for that streamer. That's what the dynamic is when you're streaming. When you're in person, that is not the dynamic anymore. So to hear people just like talk about themselves at length and not take any interest or care, and it's not just meetups where this has happened. I don't want to go into too many details because this will eventually get to identifying information, but I've met some other streamers who they just yeah, let's just boil it down to this. I think there's some selfishness, there's some lack of awareness, and there are a lot of assumptions that get made that I just sometimes don't care to clarify because I think I'm just never going to talk to this person again. So yeah, let's leave it at that. But as a result, yeah, I don't like going to these things. And I don't know how much they'd benefit the game. I think a lot of conventions at this point, one, I feel like every convention eventually turns into a hiring festival. Two, all conventions are getting more and more expensive. And three, if you already have reach outside of the convention might not help you as much. Like, yeah, it could be good to get people sitting down and playing your game, but it's like, well, if you need players of your game, it's like, oh, I already kind of have that. If you need people to find out about your game, it's like, well, just by streaming, I'm going to naturally get not a ton of people, but like a handful of people who've never seen Skeleseller before. Just say you don't like us. No. By the way, I'm talking about streamers. And I'm not even saying I don't like all streamers. I'm real life friends with some streamers. If you take an average streamer and put me in the room with them, the odds are probably that I won't like them more than they are that I'll like them. Final week. That's right, Mark. That is right. I'm also pitching my game for funding. I don't like it, but it feels like it's important, at least for early funding. Yeah. There are goals that you could have where I think a convention will perfectly meet them. So as a consumer, it could just be that you like the content of the convention. I think that's very reasonable. As a producer, it could be that, yeah, you need to network with people, you need funding, you need whatever, just eyes on your game. Any of those things could work too. And it could just be the social experience of going to a convention. Maybe you're going with your friends or something like that. Yeah, it's just not really for me, I think. All right, so what else do we need here? We should probably, oh, that's not good. We should probably get all of these and this. Then we'll need some battles running. We should have auto casting on. And probably most of this stuff too. Well, this is just a screenshot. That one, that for sure. That, I guess, when any prices look higher. Any other perks I should probably grab? Oh yeah, spicy cooking. Get rid of that. That in case they eat anything. Anything else? I think that's pretty much it. All right, so now we need to save and load. That got rid of the bad signs over there. And then we just need to replicate the screenshot. Love spending more time working on the game, but feel both are important. Yeah, I was just saying this earlier that as I get closer to launch, I've always been torn by, do I do more tasks or do I start reaching out to people? And a lot of other things I can convince myself like, oh, this isn't worth worrying about, but something rubs me the wrong way about sharing a piece of work with someone that I know is incomplete. It's never really been a huge problem. Though one of the things that helps convince me otherwise is that I've watched other people play Skeleseller like a year ago, for example. And I don't know if I'll be able to find this easily here. Maybe if I go to playlist. Yeah, playlist. There's Skeleseller videos from other people. So if we look at like this, for example, this person got 2,000 views on their video. Look at what the game looked like back then. Like this was the battle map. This was the UI that we had. Where's the UI for skills? They pop it up at some point here. Yeah, here. Like this is what the UI looked like for skills and upgrading adventurers. Like they still liked the game. They played it. They might play again at launch. So if there's like one little feature that isn't done or I'm not fading the outro or something, I really shouldn't worry about it. I'm a big convention enjoyer. Hey, more power to you if you like that sort of thing. There's a convention that's pretty close by, PAX West. I don't know exactly where it takes place, but I've just never been to it. Maybe someday I should go and see. It is a really good reminder. I think a lot of times if you're dejected about something, at least anything where progress is involved, just look backwards instead of looking forward. Just think, how far have you come since you started working on something? All right, so we just got to go recreate the battles now. I know I'm like really belaboring this task, but yeah, so we have Deep Forest, Inferno, and Jungle. I think a good variety of loot is important. We also probably need to pick all these skills, and we probably actually also need for there to be a bunch of treasure chests here, right? Like I should probably get this for right now. Let's turn on auto purchasing. Also turn on auto opening. Well, it'll probably never matter. And maybe speed up some of these characters because it won't be obvious in the screenshot. I have item stacking, right? Yeah. So yeah, we have a bunch of keys there. I'm just going to open up all these treasure chests as we go fight in some of these locations. So let's get all of you in one of these. Oh, we're going to have the debug speed up button. Oh no, did I put that in a screenshot? Oh man. I'm not paying attention to anything. Yeah, debug +1. All right, well, this one should be easy enough to remove. Although I'll write myself a note to do it. I won't do it right now. Remove the debug +1 button. Okay, let's send some of you over to here. And let's send the remaining ones over to this. Now let's undock all of them. Arrange them nicely on the screen. Is this including the recording dot? I sure hope it's not. No, it's not. Thank goodness for that. That looks pretty good. But now they're going to be dying because they don't have all their skills. So let's get all their skills. This is a lot of clicking. In the real game, you would not just jump to level 20 and then need to click all of these. I am indiscriminately doing this. I don't really care if they're good skills or not. I just want there to be something for this. Good, and the last character. Good. All right, now how are we doing on skill? They're dying over there. So we need to open all of these. What image software is that? That's Shotter. I really like it. Okay. So now, are we winning this or no? This is the only battle I need to make sure that they're winning. The mage died. They're going to take their sweet time, aren't they? They might eventually win. I just wanted there to be loot variety in the town, but I guess I could just do that myself. Oh, there's loot variety. Okay, great. Yeah, they're probably going to win. All right, so they need to stock the shops, which they're not doing because they're getting all these items. Let's go dump the items ourselves. So I want that stuff gone. I don't want them putting this in here. I don't want them getting keys at all. Any others? That's pretty good. Okay. All right, now where did we have in terms of zoom for this? What did we have? Excuse me. So we had the armor shop all the way to the farm showing. I have the watch outro button there. I don't want that there. All right, let's save this, watch it, and then quit it. Oh, that doesn't fade in properly. That's okay. All right, so we zoom out a little bit more. So we cover like that much. And then we need to stock a bunch of armors into our shops. And maybe win this. And now take a picture. And that's it, right? Nice, yeah. Oh, Ultramark. Thank you for looking into it. I appreciate that. Oh, man. So I do that stuff. Get rich. So we got 6 screenshots. All right, let's go update skills. Open with GIMP. Okay, now I'm really getting hungry. Why is this not working? Convert. There we go. Okay, so eyedropper on this. And I want to wipe out. Can I do that? And just delete this? But then that button doesn't show there, does it? Shouldn't it move to the right? I think it should move. Hey, Most. Congrats on getting close to release. It's been awesome stopping by to see your progress. Thank you. Yeah. Following since April 2025. Wow. Yeah. Thanks for your first time chat. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm sure it shows. I'm very excited about 8 days from now. I am looking forward to celebrating. It was really cool seeing. Oh, there's your other account. I wonder where your main account is. It was really cool seeing Cakes' stream today. He's probably still streaming right now. He just launched his game today, and like it's like a window into my future to think, oh man, that's gonna be me 8 days from now. I'll be streaming. Although I don't plan to do any work that day. He's doing work. I want to just sit around and do nothing. Okay, so now we need the graphic for the gloved hand. Let's go add that in. Game assets, UI, cursors, glove. Did that work? Oh, nice. There it is. Okay, so we just expand this a little bit. Why is this not doing anything? Please tell me this didn't just glitch out. Maybe I need to... Huh, no, I actually don't know what I need to do. Scale layer. I'll just scale the whole layer. Why not? Percent 200. Scale. No, not like that. It needs to be none because it's pixel art. Now that looks good. Let's point roughly there. How's that look? Wow, it doesn't look doctored at all. All right, nice. Will you do a full run on stream? Probably. Yeah, probably. Turn off all electronics and go cry into a pillow for 24 hours straight. Man, I think it'd be hard not to look at how the game is doing. I think back to when I started working on like the original incarnation of Botland, and I talked about this in. This is for people who might care. I'm not expecting anyone to actually care, but yeah, there's this postmortem command here. So this is what the very first version of Botland looked like back in 2010, and this is the scripting interface where you'd like you'd type in pre-made commands, and you'd eventually control like a triangle moving around the screen or something. And back then, all I cared about was the passion of game development. Like the throttle was set to 100% toward passion. I didn't think about like, is it going to make money? Is it going to do well? Are a ton of people going to like it? I was just making this because I wanted to make it. That was 2010. And I made games before that and everything. But over the years, I feel like I've shifted from the like sort of passion versus business side of things more toward the business side of things. And I forgot what made up number I was using for Skeleseller, but I think I said something like it's like 70% passion for Skeleseller. Maybe even 75% or something. But there is that business component. And the more I think about it, it's like if I didn't care about the business side, I would not have spent the tons and tons of hours reaching out to different people and contacting press and making a third version of the trailer. I just wouldn't have done that stuff. I would have worked on the game and I would have just gotten the game in good shape. But yeah, I want to see how this pays off. I can't imagine doing this again. I want to make another game after this, but I'm almost dreading launch. Building up trauma. I still can't believe it's been that long ago. Yeah. Yeah. Big part of my life. I can't easily show this without like angling that camera, but I still have the Botland picture that my wife drew on my wall. I don't know if I probably shared it, but it's just the logo that she happened to draw. But I like it. So I want to have a Skeleseller thing up there too. Right now it's just a Skeleseller hoodie hanging from the wall. Not quite artwork. All right, so we got our screenshots. We got to go put them online. Let's close out of this. And then I need food. Okay, so I got to update this for the demo and the full version. Edit store page, and also the itch version. Is there any other note that I had here? This has already been done. Yeah. So here are the pages. Drag images here to upload. Okay. Is this suitable for all ages? Yes. Why doesn't it start as yes? I guess because you have to make sure. In case people upload other stuff, you have to be like, you definitely change this. So you misrepresented things. And I guess while that one's running, we'll do it on this one too. All right, yes, 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 yes. Good. Okay, so now it's just stuck on loading for both of these. Fun. Wait a second, what? Did it just like automatically use those? Uh-oh. Where did those go? And did this just time out? No, this didn't time out. Screenshots, there they are. Oh, maybe you don't. Oh, whoops, I didn't realize that was a tab. I just saw a check mark there. Did I mess this up? No, I did this correctly. So now we just need to rearrange and delete accordingly. So let's get the correct order of these. Because I like the order that I had and I picked it for a certain reason. So it's shop, then ogre, then farm, then the battle, skills, and get rich. Okay, we want them in the same order. So this is the old, everything here is old. X out of that. I guess I didn't need to open the new page for that, huh? Okay, so shop, Then Ogre is next. Let's put you up here. Then the farm. Then battle skills and get rich. Cool. Save. Okay, same deal over here. Just X out all these things. Okay, we should have to make the same exact changes as before too. So this goes first, then the farm, then battle skills and get rich. Okay, I'm gonna go save these things. And where'd the other page go? Unpublished changes. I must have already hit save. Hey, Demolite, how you doing? You divs. Okay, looks good. Publish and publish. All right, so the pages should be live right. It's loading. It's still loading. Okay, I don't know why this is taking so long. Well, the release page is live. So if I refresh this, we should see the new town menu in here. Oh yeah, look at that. And now the demo is live too. So now if I go to that one, where's the button? There it is. We have all those photos updated. Yep. Oh, cool. You're doing well? All right. Well, fine. I hope fine is on the positive side of fine. Regardless, I hope your day gets better, even better. Excelsior, ever upward. So Steam is done. Itch is next. Edit game. All right, I want to delete all of these. We only have 5. Which one did I cut out? The skills one. I think it's probably better to cut out the ogre one. Upload 3 to 5 for best results. Yeah, let's just delete all these. Man, this dialogue doesn't let you click OK right away. Like, you can't do this. They probably wanted to stop you from having accidentally clicked the dialogues. You have to wait. Bit tired. It's 8 p.m. in Germany. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a larger time zone difference now between us. When does daylight saving time hit EU? Is it a week from now? DST in EU. Last Sunday in March. Oh, right. We have a whole month of this. Wow. All right, so now add screenshots. So I want new. I want these, and we said we get rid of the ogre one. There. Now we just want to arrange them correctly. So that one goes first. Then the farm, battle skills, get rich. Yeah, perfect. Save. Yeah, end of the month. Okay. Well, we're done with that. Also updated all screenshots on Steam/itch. Okay. I have some perf stuff I could work on. I don't know how much. I was kind of talking about this earlier. We have some dev stuff we can do, but really none of it's that important right now. So the main things that are important are playtesting and marketing. And then there are some launch prep tasks that I have. They're under issues here. And some of these we can do, some of them we can't do. Like this one, finalize the itch page. I gotta just upload the release version of the game. I don't want to do that yet. Or maybe you can, I know you can set things up for purchase. I can set this to paid. And then and then mark that these can be downloaded for free. But then I don't want to do that till my game is actually launched. Oh, also I should probably update the copy on here, right? Yeah. Or should I have a separate demo page? No, maybe I should just mention the demo. All right, I'll write this down over here. Where'd that go? Right here. Okay, so update the copy on the itch page. It should still mention a demo, but the page will be for the fully released version. Switch you have to pay, then allow me to mark certain builds as free. Yep, cool. I don't know how that works either. I gotta figure that out. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Might also want to put the AI disclosure directly in the page. Put the AI disclosure right on the itch page. And I wonder if you can check what languages you have. Is there something in metadata like that? Languages: German, English, Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese. Okay. We already did that. All right. I'm going to get lunch. I don't think I'm going to stream again this afternoon. I just don't know what I would do. We could play test, I suppose. Yeah, I know, Dark. I know. I'm not going to re-upload the trailer. It's not worth it. I'll just call it an Easter egg. All right, yeah. So how about this? If anyone is not already in Discord, feel free to join Discord. I will probably not be back this afternoon, and I might not even be back tomorrow. But I think Wednesday I should be streaming at least. I'm not sure what I'd be doing on stream. I have marketing tasks. Play testing could definitely happen. So yeah, I'm going to go try to be productive today on something else. Let's find someone to raid. Normally I would not raid out at lunchtime, but if I'm not going to come back. Oh, actually, we're definitely raiding Cakes. Yeah, this is a no-brainer. Because he just launched his game. And he's also raided us a bunch. All right. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll be back when I'm back. I don't know when that is. But yeah, let's all say hi to Cakes and congratulate him. Bye, everyone.